Good day, everybody, and to those who immediately didn't click off the video, I thank you very much. Today we have a little bit of something different. We have a 3-hour epic, Kill or Love. It's a story of shock, suspense, even a little bit of horror in there, but I promise, it gets somewhere good. With that being said, I hope you remember to have a good day. Without further ado, how about another story?
Self-voicing disabled.
LKJHGF. F is full screen. I don't want that. D. Oh, options. Oh, there we go. That's weird. Apparently I need to full screen it in order for it to work properly. Rollback side, disable, left, right. I don't know what that means. Skip unseen text. Yes, only skip the... No. No, don't skip text. Music volume? Give me some... There's the music. There's the sound. There's the voice. Good day, welcome to Kill or Love. I don't know what the hell this is. This is just gonna be one of them casual playthroughs. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, locales, and incidents are either a producer of the author's imagination or of fiction. Contains depictions of violence. Oh, I know my share of violence, don't worry. Jack. There's a voice calling to me. Wake up, Jack. It's a woman's voice. I want to keep on sleeping, but it doesn't seem she'll give up soon. Open my eyes. Good morning. Did you sleep well? I know her, but just because she's my nurse, I've known her for a long time now. Her name is Anna. What, can't talk? Is your throat too dry? Hang on a sec. She comes back with some water in a paper cup. She helps me sit up, then places the cup in my mouth and lets me drink. Good, feeling better now? Yeah, thanks. Great. Are you comfortable here? Now hold on, apparently there's...
Self-voicing enabled. Anna, can you sleep well? Self-voicing disabled.
No, I'm not doing that. Can you get back up, lady? I'm alright. Thank you. Tell me if there's anything I can do to help, okay? Yeah, fine. Actually... What is it? What's the date today, do you know? Oh, just that? It's August 3rd. I see, thank you. Anything else? Well, okay then. I have to go to, now, other patients, you know? I'll be back in a bit, don't worry. And it leans down and pecks me on the lips. Bye. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I do like this background. Very stylistic, I like that. Oh boy, start of journal. That's good. I'm going to kill someone. Probably. Her name is Anna. Oh. I don't want to do it. I'm not a violent man. What else can I do? It would be wrong to let her live, right? But I can't kill her just yet. I'm too weak. I tested my grip strength today. I wrapped a hand around my wrist and squeezed. I couldn't make it hurt at all, not even a little bit. It doesn't matter much. Even if I was strong enough to go through with it, I'd still have to wait. I can't do anything until I know Grace is safe. Grace. It hurts to think about her. I want to tell her I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I got involved. Please be safe, Grace. Grace. It calms me down when I write your name. Grace. I'm so sorry. Are we a prisoner? The journal is still here, thank God. I was afraid she would find it somehow. When I saw that she didn't, it was such a huge relief. I want to write it in it right away, but no, I didn't. I have to be patient. I'll write only when I'm sure Anna is not around. Okay. Can I use spacebar? Okay. Not while she's walking around, pretending to patience, pretending she's not who she really is. And it's a good thing I waited. She came into my room only a few minutes after I woke up. She smiled and asked me how I'd been. I held back from telling her how I really felt about being here, about her. I mean, it's not like I can hide everything, not after what happened. At least I can pretend I'm not planning to do what I'm going to do. Who knows, maybe she thinks I've gone back to how I was before? I haven't gone back, and I'd rather die than be like that again, but it would be nice if she believed that. She let her guard down. Well, it doesn't matter that much, really. Even if she finds out I'm planning to kill her, so what? So what? I'll end her life just the same. If it comes to that, I'll do it. If I need to kill Anna to save Grace, I'll do it in a heartbeat. You know what? Actually, Grace doesn't even need to be saved. Yeah, Grace is fine, somewhere far away without a care in the world, and I'm worrying over nothing. Yeah. If only. August 5th. I haven't gained any strength. Am I being impatient? I might be. The doctor thinks that for sure, that I'm being impatient. I asked him for some exercise I could do, but he told me to shut up and rest. What are you in such a hurry for, he asked. I couldn't tell him, so I didn't say anything. My next idea was to find a weapon. I haven't seen anything good, though. I'll still look out for something I could use, but I haven't got my hopes up. I mean, I could rip out the needle in my arm and connect to the IV drip, but I don't think that'd be a good weapon. What then? I can't think of anything. My mind is foggy from the drugs and the pain, and god damn it, why is there always so much bullshit? Damn it, why do I always have to deal with all this? Nothing I try is going to work. August 5th. Again. I've calmed down. I can't afford to lose my nerve. Not now, of all times. No emotions. That comes when I'm safe. When we're safe, both me and Grace. My biggest problem is not being able to walk. They set the bones in my legs straight and everything, and it's healing in its cast, but I'll be a long time before I'm able to walk. I think. Maybe I'll be able to walk with a crutch soon. It could help me get my strength back. Ask the doctor when I see him. Okay, so Anna's keeping us here, I'm assuming. Someone named Grace is in trouble. And we were, I'm assuming, in an accident that Anna caused? I'm assuming. I hear someone coming down the hall, slowly, not in a hurry. They sound like they're wearing hospital slippers. Likely a doctor and a nurse. If it's a nurse other than Anna, I pray then it's anyone else. The door opens, the doctor comes in, and step behind him is a nurse that isn't Anna. I sigh in relief. In a lot of pain, huh? No, it's not that, doctor. But, well, it can wait. Unless it's urgent? It's not. Very well then. Doctor can be in over 35 years. He's wearing a golden watch and fine-looking leather shoes. He doesn't look like a doctor to me at all. More like a businessman. The doctor goes from bed to bed with the nurse checking on the patient, spending no more than a minute each. He comes to my bed last. Okay, Mr. Friday. Wait, what was it again? Let's see here. He leaves through some papers, clicks his tongue. Ah, you fell? Yeah. How the hell did you manage to do that? Oh. These substances we found in your blood work explain that mystery. Not very clever, are you? Getting high and... Doctor, you can't say that. Oh, sue me. And you don't do it again. Next time I won't patch you up, you hear? I'll try not to. He's being rude, but it honestly doesn't bother me. I've got more important things on my mind. How long until I can start walking, at least with crutches? I don't know. What? What? You're a doctor, aren't you? My doctor. Very same. Who do you think operated on you? Look down my leg. I'm still very unsure of what I'll see if the cast comes off. Can't you at least guess when I'll be able to walk? I'd rather not. Nurse staying next to the door looks uncomfortable. She's holding a hand to her forehead and sighing. Why not? Don't I deserve to know? Well, a lot of factors are at play here, you see. Doctor starts moving his right hand in complex patterns. Plenty of factors can change how quickly you heal. A whole lot, so who can really say? Factors like what? No, so many of them. Like what? Like, he glanced down at his papers. Like your blood pressure, which is crap, by the way. Are you stressing over something? Yes. No. No, doctor, I'm not. I'm fine. He frowns a little. Well, you'll be fine. Kick your feet back and relax. What are you in such a hurry for anyway? You haven't got a job waiting for you outside or anything. Huh? How do you know that? Oh, well, nurse, snaps his fingers trying to remember. Anna? Nurse Anna, that's the one. She told me. And yes, I know about you too. No need to act surprised. You're a lucky guy, you know that? Yeah. When I first found out, I was against letting her care for you, being objective and all that stuff, you know, but she really wanted to, so I thought whatever. She's taking it very well, so it's okay, I guess. The doctor stares off into space and looks at me and grins. Oh, I see. It's her. What? She's the reason you want to get the hell out of here, huh? I don't blame you, there's no privacy here at all. Oh, no, I didn't. Don't be ashamed now, I get what it's like. Drops a smile. But you can't be thinking of those sorts of things, you gotta rest properly. Alright? Alright. He leaves with a thumbs up. 2 of the other patients are laughing and whistling, and another one is grumbling with what might be jealousy. Idiots. My journal is pressed up against me in a new hiding spot. I've moved it 3 times now. I've got to write in it. My thoughts are burning in a hole in my skull, and I've got to share them with someone, even if it's just a piece of paper. Not now. She's still out there somewhere. Jesus. August 6th. Damn it. God damn it all. I'm stuck here with nothing to do but lie uselessly and wait. 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 Wait, wait, wait. All I can do is wait. Nothing to do but wait. Wait, wait, wait. For how long? It's 2 hours after I've written those words down. I'm looking at my little notebook that is my journal. I've got it in my hands. I'm amazingly lucky to have it. Someone had left both the notebook and a pen in the nightstand next to my bed. I checked the nightstand drawers on a whim, and there they were. Now they're the only thing keeping me sane. There's no TV or books or even magazines. I'm counting the pages I've got left, checking how much ink there is in the pen. Then she comes in and I feel my heart stop. Good evening, boys. She greets everyone, but she's only looking at me. I murmur back a hello. Hands are still holding the notebook, clutching it actually. I can feel beads of sweat forming on my forehead. The notebook is small, very small. My hands must be hiding it from view, or are they? If she's noticed, Anna pays it no mind. She wheels in the cart with our medication. While she's busy, I slip the notebook and pen under my blanket, smooth it over, and lie quietly. How you holding up, sweetie? I nearly jump at Anna's whispering words. I didn't notice her approach. Fine, I'm fine, thanks. Jack, don't you remember what I told you? It's no good putting on a brave face. I'm here for you, okay? What's this about? Does she know? Know about everything, you see. She leans in closer and nearly faint. Everything. Yeah? Yes. I had a little chat with your doctor, you know. He told me all about how much trouble you're having. Down there? My body tenses... My tense body... Ah, yeah, that. Bit of a problem. Oh, sweetie. Sorry, your health is priority of... What the fuck? I'm not going anywhere. It makes me happy, though, to see you like this again. After how you've acted before your accident, I thought, never mind. Without warning, she leans in closer. I feel her hot breath. But since you're so eager, Jack, I promise I'll give you the time of your life. I'll make you finally forget all about Grace. Her words are like a slap in the face. I can only stare back. So you still care about her? I don't like that. Someone like you and someone like her, you should have never been put together in the first place. Please think only of me. After all, we were made for each other. If I do, I'll promise I'll always be with you. Always. Will you leave Grace out of it? No, that's not good. I can't do that. Just you are asking that. It shows you're still thinking about her. She hasn't got anything to do with this, with what you did to me and what I'll do to you. Leave her out of it. Are you holding her somewhere? At least the girl is good for one thing. Thanks to her, you've been a very good boy, even though you're still so confused. Anna, please. I'm close to crying. I want to tear my hair out. Anna smiles again. Fine, sweetie. I promise I won't hurt her. As long as you do one thing for me. Do you know what that is? I do. Of course I do. It's something she's been telling me for ages, since before I got here. She's like a broken record. You want me to remember everything? Yep. Oh, I can wait. When you do that, everything will be perfect. We'll be together again, forever. So promise you'll remember? I promise I'll try. No. It's not good enough. You promised you'd try before and look where it got us. Tell me you'll do it. I promise. I'll recall it all. Good. We'll work on that when you get out of here, but if your memory comes back to you before then, tell me before you tell anyone else. Okay? Bye-bye for now. She wheels out the cart, glancing one last time at that eerie look of hers. Can't tell her I already remember. I've known since before my injury. I've known that we were both children. No, I can't tell her. If I do that, she wins and Grace dies. And maybe I die too. I can't win by playing along with Anna's delusions. The fuck am I reading? 7th? What Jack lost. August 7th. I can't just sit here and wait. I've got to wait, and I will, but I feel like I can't wait either. I'm doing nothing, and it eats me up. If my stomach is empty long enough, it starts eating itself. Do you know that? I know that. If I don't do something right now, I'm afraid I might go crazy. I'm going to write down everything that happened. Maybe that'll help me make sense of things. Right now, my thoughts are buzzing together in my mind like flies around a turd. I want my mind to be clear. To do what I'm going to do, and to do it properly, my mind needs to be clear. Unclouded. This notebook is small, but I think I've got enough space. It's not a long story. Here it goes, everything. What happened? I met Anna. Met her again after so many years in the store where I worked. Grace wasn't there at the time. It wasn't a coincidence that Anna visited the store when she did. It couldn't have been. She must have been following me. The first time she came in, I was at the cash register. She walked straight up to me, cutting in line. An old woman was busy counting her change and didn't complain. Nobody else complained either. Anna stood there staring at me. Then she said, No, I can't do this. I can't start here. I can't do it. There is already too much of that woman in my life. I've got to start with someone else. Someone I miss. Grace. Grace was a girl who worked at the same store I worked at. She was, and is still, a kind, sweet girl. She's a little quiet, but that's perfectly fine. I hated her. I hated most people. And most things. I was a real asshole. I didn't spend time with other people. Whenever a coworker invited me somewhere, I turned them down. I didn't chat with anyone during breaks either. I was just how I was, how I'd always been. I avoided Grace too, of course. She tried to talk to me a few times, but then I started avoiding her even more. I only took shifts I thought she wouldn't take. The times we still ended up working together, I stayed as far away from her as I could. It worked. For a while. Then came the day we talked. Really talked. For that first time. I was restocking the shelves alongside an old, greasy, long-haired man when Grace came along. I didn't even look at her. Instead, I became very interested in stacking cans of food on the lower shelves, waited for her to leave. Dom, can you switch with me alright? You can go help Susie, I already did the bottom shelves here. Don, the old man thing, turned left. Grace started working next to me. A minute went by, found that I couldn't work in peace, just let her being there made me upset. I had to say something. I'm fine on my own. Huh? If you want to take a break or something, you can. I'm fine on my own. Oh, no, I don't mind doing this. I see. Can't she take the hint? I thought then. It's his back, you know. What? Don's back hurts a lot, so I asked him to switch. Oh, I see. He has trouble with the lower shelves, so I get it. I didn't do it to bother you, I swear. I said I get it. Okay. We went on restocking in silence for about another minute. I know you don't like me very much, so I thought you might think I was bothering you on purpose. So I'm sorry. Who says I don't like you? Don't you? You're always avoiding me. Yeah, don't take that personally. That's just how I am. I don't care about other people. Fucking dumbasses. If only I could get back in time and punch myself in the mouth, I would. So you like me? What? No, I didn't say that. Get a clue. Just kidding. We didn't talk for the rest of the day, so I thought that was that. She'll leave me alone, I thought, now that she knows I prefer it that way. But she didn't. I always thanked my lucky stars that she didn't leave me alone after that. Maybe she should have, though. For her own sake. I hope she can forgive me. Writing about the past has been a good idea. Right now it doesn't even bother me where I am, who I'm with. And thinking of Grace, Remember the way she smiled, it's giving me courage. She got hurt because of me, so I will do anything to make her happy and safe. The weather was nice out today. The sky was blue. There's a tiny window on the wall to my left. I can look through it if I twist my head around. That small patch of sky is the only beautiful thing around here. That and my memories of her. Oh God. Hi, Jack. Hi. Beautiful morning, isn't it? Let's give it our all today. Yeah, let's do that. Your uniform's kind of all wrinkly, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I haven't gotten an iron, so... Geez, you're really hopeless, aren't you? I wouldn't go that far. I could iron your clothes for you if you said pretty please. August 8th. After that one time, Grace started coming up to me more and more, talking to me more and more. It was a gradual thing, just hello and goodbye and how are you doing at first. Eventually, they grew to full conversations. Well, I say full conversations, they were still pretty bare bones. I noticed how friendly she was being, of course, but I didn't push her away. I couldn't tell why I didn't do that. I surprised myself every day by not telling her to screw off. Hey, Jack. There's this bar just down the road. I think it's a good place to go. How about we go there after work today? To relax. And when she asked me out for drinks, I surprised myself further by saying sure. I love this art style. It's wonderful. How do you like it here? Isn't it nice? It's alright, I guess. I don't really know, honestly. I don't go to places like this. Oh, well, I don't either. Not a lot. But I thought it'd be fun, you know? Grace ordered a Jack and Coke. I didn't know what to get, so I asked for one too. Our drinks came quickly. They were cool and pleasantly sweet, but I couldn't enjoy mine. I was in a bad mood. The waitress had giggled while taking my order, and I took it as an insult, or it was just something else dumb. Can't exactly remember what. It feels good to relax after a long day of work, doesn't it? I grumbled. What is it? Nothing. I sipped my drink. Something's bothering you, isn't it? I said it's nothing. I'm just not cut out for this stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have to drink if you don't want to. I don't mean that. I mean all this. Just everything around us. Doing things with people. Why? You wouldn't get it if I explained. We're just too different. I've had a rough life. I had it rough in my life. Really? I'm sorry to hear that. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy yourself now. Well, it would be a shame not to do fun things just because of that. No, what I'm saying is it's just not fun for me. I don't like this. How can you say that? We've barely been here for 10 minutes. No. She didn't seem happy I said that. So you want to leave? I hadn't actually thought of leaving. I just complained to complain. Well, you can't leave. Not yet. Oh, yeah? Yes. If you keep going on like this, you'll never have any fun in life. So promise me at least give being with me a chance. You want me to stay here longer? Yes. At least another hour. A whole hour. Please? Fine, I can do an hour. Thank you. You won't regret it. Yeah, sure. It seemed like such a long time. There was a clock on the wall opposite me. I was going to stare at it for the whole hour, counting down the minutes. Then when the hour passed, I would get up and leave. Simple as that. But then something happened. Grace was having trouble. I'd never seen her so awkward. She was stammering, struggling to find stuff to talk about. I realized it was because I was just sitting there barely saying anything. I was acting all grumpy, too. That couldn't have helped. Back in the store with so many distractions around us, it had been easy for her to chat to me with every so often, a few words here and there. I hadn't had much to do back then besides nod. Sitting down, talking face to face, it simply couldn't work like that. After more than a few rally attempts to get the ball rolling, Grace gave up. She sat there looking at her drink instead of me. She was most likely working up the courage to end this early. In just a few minutes, I'd be free to leave. I found I couldn't stand that, So I started talking. I said the first thing that came to mind, no matter how stupid. I don't know why I did it. It feels so unlike me, both feeling bad for someone and talking with no filter. Or unlike the past me. Maybe I was finally warming up to Grace, or maybe it was the alcohol. I don't know. Maybe it was both. The reason doesn't matter. What happens is that it happened. Back then, there was a part of me that never relaxed, no matter what. No, it wasn't even a part of me. Pretty much all of me was like that. Like a fist that wouldn't unclench. But now I found I could relax it, little by little by little. Before I knew, I was having fun in this girl's presence, talking to her, laughing with her, simply spending time with her. What did we talk about? I don't remember. What I do remember is that I'd had more fun than I'd had in years. When the hour passed, I didn't say anything. We stayed here for hours longer. I do remember one thing we talked about, actually. We somehow got to the topic of family. What's your family like, Jack? I can't say. Oh, I see. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Sorry I asked. I'm not on speaking terms with my family either. Why is that? That's, Actually, I don't really want to talk about other people all that much, or hang out with them. Well, outside of work. I'm kind of alone a lot of the time. What? Really? Yeah. It surprised me. It was a surprise a lot back then. I never thought Grace was anything like me. But you're so friendly with people at the store. That's all it is. It's not that I would like to spend more time with them, but I don't know, it feels like if I let them in, they're just gonna turn out not nice. But you're different. You're just trying to get by. I don't think you'd use someone. God, when I say it like that, it doesn't sound right at all. You must think I'm really weird. I'm sorry. No, I don't think you are. Makes sense what you said. Really? Thank you, Jack. I really hope you'd understand. I'm so happy that you do. I really feel like you're someone I can trust. We went out for drinks again next week and then once more the week after. We went for drinks the week after that. We had dinner at a greasy little restaurant where we could afford to eat. Tried to impress her by ordering wine. I'd never had wine. It was disgusting, but I had guessed it would be disgusting, so I forced my way through a glass. I even said it was delicious. Then Grace tried some, then told me it was spoiled. She teased the hell out of me for doing that. I wasn't bitter about it. I laughed along. Strangely how quickly people can change sometimes. Soon we started going out more often to bars, cheap restaurants, places like that. Took a lot of walks together. One time we even went to the movies. After a month, I asked Grace if she'd be my girlfriend. What, am I not your girlfriend already? Oh. And that's how it went. August 9th. A few weeks later, she told me what had happened to her back when she still lived with her family. I'd known for a while that something had happened, something she hadn't shared with anyone before, but when she told me what it was, a few things she said, actually. No, I shouldn't write it down here. It feels wrong. It's not mine to tell. What if someone found this journal? I never imagined she was living with such a burden. When I found out, I felt crushed. I know. God, I feel like an idiot. After I told you I had it rough. No, it's fine. Don't feel bad about it, please. You've got your troubles, I've got mine. I know, but can't we do something? There's nothing to do, it's all over now. All I can do is keep looking forward. You know? I hugged her and told her how brave she was for telling me. I told her I'd protect her, keep her safe forever, and I meant it. And I failed her, but that comes later. For now, I figured I should tell her what my own trouble had been. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. It's okay. I do want to. I'd managed to keep quiet about my past. I only alluded to things. Now I told her everything. It wasn't a long story. What, nothing? You don't remember anything? Okay, it's not exactly nothing. My teen years are fuzzy, and everything before that, it's like it doesn't exist. What about your family? I don't know, maybe I had one? It was a lot of intuitions before I turned 18. I was in a lot of institutions. Oh, Jack. I'll tell you about those times if you want, but there's not a lot to tell. Nothing really ever happened to me. Wish I could tell you everything about my life, I really do, but I can't. That's fine. Did you ever try to find out about my life before then? Yeah. I didn't. Why not? I don't know. I just never felt like it, I guess. I must have known, even back then, that some memories are best left buried. I'm sure I would like to remember if I couldn't. But you're fine with it? Yeah. Well, okay. Tell me about the times you can remember then. So I went to tell her about the few bland memories. Oh boy. No more stalling. August 10th. I could write all about the talks we had, about the first night we spent together and looking for an apartment, then finding it, moving in, about pretty much anything that only involved the two of us. I think it's time to move on. This isn't a feel-good journal. It was a Thursday, coming up to a year since Grace and I started dating. I was at the cash register. Grace wasn't in the store. An old lady was counting her change slowly in trembling hands when Anna walked in. Anna didn't buy anything. She went for the register towards me empty-handed. The sight of her approaching made my heart start beating like mad. My head hurt. I knew the moment I saw that she meant trouble. Jack? My God, is that you, Jack? She had the nerve to pretend she'd stumbled upon me by accident, like she hadn't tracked me down. But I didn't have it together. I couldn't see through her acting. I was confused, panicking, not sure why. Excuse me, miss? Is it you? Please don't cut in line, miss. It's not fair to the other customers. The old lady was still tracking her mass of coins. She didn't seem to notice much around her. Don't play slow with me, Jack. It's you, isn't it? Yeah, my name is Jack, but you got me confused with someone else. There's a lot of Jacks out there. Oh, come on. You're you, all right? I put my hand on the counter to steady myself. She reached out and placed, as if to place her hands on mine. I jerked my hand back like she was going to bite me. It's me. It's Anna. Don't you remember your old friend? No, we've never met. I guess it has been a while. 15 years? Not me, must be someone else. Anna stared right at me, through me. I thought I'd either boil or freeze. Sure, it's you. Let's go somewhere and talk about old times. I know a great restaurant just 2 streets over. Look, lady, even if I was this friend of yours, I have a job to do. So let me get on with it. You're bothering the customers. The customers weren't bothered one bit. If they hated anyone, it was probably me. After all, I was being so rude to this pretty, charming girl who only wanted to talk to her friend. That's a good point, Jack. What are you doing in this place? It's a pile of trash. Someone like you doesn't belong here. I was through trying to reason with her. Crossed my arms and said nothing, hoping she would notice that my heart was pounding way too fast. And it gave me a good look. So that's how it is. I'll see you later, Jack. And she went away. Without a long breath I hadn't noticed I was holding. I felt awful. Even worse, I had felt Anna had been right. There had definitely been something familiar about her. I didn't want to find out more. Next time she comes in, I'll treat her the same way, I told myself. Guessing correctly, there'd be a next time. Guessing wrongly, that had been at the store. I'll do it again and again until she gives up. I don't know what she wants, but I won't give an inch. The old lady cried out. She found a quarter. August 11th. It's weird, isn't it? How I just write today's date like that and then go right to telling you about something that happened months ago. I should write down when that stuff happened. It wasn't so long ago, so I can't remember exact dates. Who cares? This is only for me, anyway. It can be a jumbled mess. Sometimes I feel like I should write more about what's happening now, but nothing is happening. So fuck it. When I told Grace about the girl who called herself Anna and who called me Jack, even though we didn't wear name tags, she took it as like it was good news. That's amazing, Jack. She must have recognized you from childhood. She said 15 years, right? That's right from the time you can't remember. I don't know. She might be some sort of scam artist. I'm coming up with any idea. I just come up with that idea of Anna being a scam artist. Seemed like a good enough excuse to not go near her. Yeah, right. Come on, Jack. At least give her the benefit of a doubt. I don't need her, Grace. I've got you. Jack, I'm not telling you to sleep with her. Don't be so rude to her next time, okay? I wasn't being rude. You so were. Okay, so what if I was? It's not fair to her. She seems like a nice girl. And don't you think it'd be good for you too? To be friends with her? No, not really. She could tell you about your past. Then some things you would start making sense. You could put whatever happened behind you. Nothing happened. Something must have happened, Jack. People don't... Grace fell silent. Instead of continuing, she just started running her fork through the peas. We were having dinner. People don't what? Well, people don't do that at night unless something happened to them. I keep telling you, it must be some kind of weird insomnia. Nothing more. Sleeping pills don't work on it. Something will eventually. But why not try this? The memories you have, it's like they want out. I think they should get out, too. Then you won't be scared of whatever's happening anymore. And how does that work exactly? You'll be able to face it properly. It's helped me a lot, you know, thinking about what happened to me, seeing it's not so bad as I thought it was. I suddenly refused to answer and went on eating like there hadn't been a full conversation. What Grace had referred to was something I'd only recently found out. Apparently I shouted and kicked at night a lot. Sometimes I all-out screamed. Maybe I still do all that? Who knows? Maybe the staff and patients here are too polite to point it out? No, I don't scream at night anymore. I'm fairly sure I don't. Though that's not to say I can't sleep well. Funny how at one point something like that was the biggest problem in my life. It was so long ago. Or at least it feels like so long ago. So much has happened since then. Anyway, the morning after I would wake up sweaty and tired, but it wasn't until Grace told me about the screaming that I'd found out. Grace said it happened once a week. I really freaked her out the first few times it happened, but then she just got used to it. Or as used to it as you can get. Makes me feel like an asshole realizing how nonchalant I was about it. Screaming every few nights in my sleep I felt a small price to pay so I wouldn't have to bother with the past. It didn't matter in the end if I decided to face the past or not. Either way, it was coming. The second time Anna and I met as adults, we were neighbors. Of fucking course. I was coming back from home from the morning shift. I went into our building up to the second floor, down the hall to mine and Grace's door, and I froze. There was someone standing in front of our door. That someone was her. Sorry about that weird thing. It was... skipped a few things. That's a little bit of technical problems. There was someone standing in front of our door. That someone was her. Anna? Jack? Oh goodness. What are you doing here? Oh, I can save? Oh right, I can save. Duh, I forget that's the thing. Don't tell me. She pointed at the door to ask if I lived here. Yeah, that's my apartment. As you damn well know. The hallway air felt like warm and stale soup. What are you doing here? I was gonna say hello to my new neighbor. So hello. Wait. Huh? And here. She pushed something into my hand. It's a plate wrapped in plastic wrap. There was something brown on the plate. Brownies, I'm sure you'd like them, Jack. But we're not neighbors. I spat the words out. Yes, we are. I'm right over there. Gonna show me the door to the right of mine. Ah. That place had been empty for weeks. Pretty sure the guy who lived there before was a heroin addict. He didn't seem so bad now. What an amazing coincidence, though. To think we'd end up living so close by again. It's not a coincidence, is it? Pardon? Come on, really? What are you trying to do? It's obvious you planned this. There's no way something like this could happen by accident. Anna laughed. It sounded like a fork scraping a plate. Well? You can believe it's a coincidence or you can believe it's not. Either way, we'll be seeing each other pretty often. Enjoy the brownies. Thanks. I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, but I'm sure Grace will love them. Grace? Who's Grace? My girlfriend. Pointing out the door with my thumb. We lived together. The idea was that, in case she was acting like this because she was interested in me, I'd gently tell her I was taken. Grace. Yes. Must be a nice girl. Best I've ever known. She's lucky to have you. It's the other way around. Well, it's been nice chatting. I'll say hi to Grace for you. I should go in and say hello myself. No need. She's not here right now. But, bye. Pretend to unlock the door. It was already unlocked because Grace was home. I slipped in, shut the door in Anna's face. In the apartment I found, I could breathe freely again. Son of a bitch. Talking to this girl, be friends with her? Not a chance. She creeped the hell out of me. Writing all this down, I can see why Grace thought I was overreacting. The plain facts of it don't seem that bad at all. A friend I hadn't seen in years noticed me, and my place then happened to move right next into more to me. But I knew right off that there was something off about her. That's not something to ignore. Paranoid? Yeah. But in this case, I was right to be paranoid. It's because I let my guard down that all that shit happened. Still no word about the doctor from when I'll be able to get out of here. In fact, I haven't seen him in days. I hope he's just busy. What if something happened to him? It's the paranoia talking again. No, that's not paranoia, that's plain stupid. Anna can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. But I've got to say, if this doctor did disappear, it wouldn't be much of a loss to the hospital, I think. I have to ask him to get me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head to the side all the time to look at the sky. Well, at least there's the bad weather now. I'm not looking there much. It's weird how a little neck pain is causing me trouble, with how broken and battered the rest of me is. No, I probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. They might up my dosages, and what'll I do then, with my brain turned to mush? Maybe then I'd be happy? In any case, I have things to do and I need to be clear-minded to do them. I hope that what I'm writing makes sense. I hope I haven't gone down that rabbit hole already and all I'm doing is scrolling line after line of meaningless chicken scratch. But that'd be pretty funny, I guess, in a pretty unfunny way. August 12th. Anna's brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies in the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, chocolate especially. And then, of course, I had to explain where I'd gotten them. Huh, weird. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what? That she was stalking me? You know, it is weird that she was stalking me since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace? I mean, she couldn't have known with how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. Was it a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. I think I'll go say hi. I could make something for her too. Do we have any butter left? I feel like baking cookies. Yeah, and then you'll eat most of your own. Hey. I don't see the point of going to visit her, though. We'll see more of them. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. Well, we're neighbors. I want to get a start on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. Wrap my arms around her. Of course, you deserve that. But please find a friend that's not her. Why? I couldn't properly explain why. I couldn't put it down as anything much more than a hunch, a gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her. At least I got to see her for myself to see if she's really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. The next day in the afternoon, I was lying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that had been with me since morning. Grace told me she'd be right back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and the smell of freshly baked cookies wafted out of the kitchen. Still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. Shit! Oh, I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I would expect. It was like with Grace seeing Anna all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. I want to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never, ever let her out of my sight. But I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the hell to do. I was telling myself to go there, you coward, but also to stay, you idiot. And somewhere far away, a tiny little voice, very, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. Then there was the sound of glass breaking. It had come from, where else? Anna's apartment. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now there was no sign, nothing to explain that crash. I finally overcame my cowardice. I dashed out from the apartment to hers. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood, Grace kneeling down, and Anna stood above her and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me, out of breath and confused. Jack? Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us? No, The hell's going on? This? Anna waved her hand at the floor, all the bits of white ceramic. Actually, there were also scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yeah, that. Just looking at the blood makes me feel sick. I was gonna throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. I've never had the stomach for it. Grace was picking up some broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accident. An accident? Yeah, what else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were harder than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. And it was Anna's plate, too. Be careful, Grace, you might get cut yourself. She cut herself already, look. Huh? She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. But Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see from every angle, but no cuts. It's not me. It's my blood. What? Anna was, I just noticed, holding her left hand tightly around her. There was a little blood still trickling from her knuckles. Oh no. Grace's hand hovered around Anna, still willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How'd this happen? I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna, I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said that was so forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze? Oh, useless. Frustrated, more frustrated than I'd ever seen her before, Grace ran off to get the gauze. She left me there in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies. Real shame I didn't even get to eat a single one. Well, actually, she picked one up with her free fingers of her left hand. Some of the blood got on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus. It's not all bad. They're still warm. You want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. It's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it. But I'll forgive you. She licked her lips. I should have left, but I was like a frog staring down at a snake. When I was seeing Grace so long. Must be flustered, poor girl. So much worrying about a teensy-weeny cut. It's not serious? It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. I can imagine. Anna laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. It's still hard to believe, though I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. That wound was thin but long and ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh it was. I could have puked. No, does it look bad? Oh, don't worry, I won't even scar. Oh, stop that. You're really a... I don't remember what I was going to say. I wasn't nice in any case. Stop me was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any gauze. Here. A roll of pink toilet paper? I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need it. You don't? No, see? The blood stopped. Anna flashed a smile at me. The corner of her lips were still red. August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once, but enough of that. After what happened where I'd left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page. But no. In the end, I was the one who cleaned up that bloody mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Back in her apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, and it was all my fault. I meant Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yeah? And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her. If that's what you mean. Thank you. She's beautiful. I thought she would be some shy little girl or a crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model. What? No! Don't try and deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to get tempted. No, I really didn't see her that way. Now with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. A waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hand. And she wasn't mad that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace? Jack? You're beautiful and kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burnt. I must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like that. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that. Okay? Oh. Grace blinked like she'd just woken up. Oh. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. August 15th. Didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. It's burning like a bitch these past few days. I gave in and asked the doctor about it. He's fine, by the way. Didn't disappear. Must have taken a few days off. Asked him about the pain. Asked him if he could do anything. Apparently the pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said, so I guess my right leg is healing all right. But it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients must have thought that I was talking to him. The patient here now and not the same guy I mentioned before. Maybe one is, that's all. The others went away. To another part of the hospital. Or home. Maybe to the morgue. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. So I said something about how my leg would hurt, and a guy on the bed next to me, a kid actually, can't be more than 18 or 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he feels in a lot of pain too. Couldn't understand most of it though. His jaw's been wired shut. Anything he tries to say turns to moans and a lot of drool. Then a nurse came in, not Anna, and told him he couldn't speak if he wants to get his mouth better. So he shut up. Not much else happened. My leg really is bothering me. It's a deep pain. It doesn't feel like it's healing. It feels wrong in a way that makes my teeth hurt. I'll stop with the leg now. I gotta get my mind off it. It hurts so much. I'll check where I left off the day before yesterday and go from there. You're not coming with us? Again? Nah, I don't feel like it. But Anna is great to hang out with. Yesterday we went window shopping, then we went to the cafe and we had ice cream in the park. Sounds fun. It was. Anna's a really interesting person. You should give her a chance. I want us to all be friends. Please come along? No, I'll pass. Sorry. A moment later, Anna came in without knocking. She never knocked anymore. Ready, Grace? Yeah, in a minute. Grace heaved a sigh. Are you sure you don't want to go? Yeah, I'm sure. Go have fun without me. Okay, then some other time. We kissed. Have fun. We will. Bye. Grace and Anna became friends. Good friends. Very soon after they first met. I was against it, but I found it hard to complain seeing Grace so happy. They spent quite a lot of time together. Whenever I had said about this, Grace would tease me. She said I was jealous, but she would also invite me to come with. I always declined. I eventually got used to it. Things went quiet for a while. Once at the store, I was applying discounts during work hours. Shouldn't have been done before we opened, but someone had been slacking off. I won't point fingers. It was Don, the old guy. So I was the one stuck wondering what kind of dog food the negative 20% should go on or something like that. The lists they gave us were always terrible, so full of corrections you could barely read them. As I was about to choose at random where to apply the discount sticker, someone put a hand on my shoulder. Oh, Anna. There was a tightness in my chest, but it passed within seconds. I'd gotten used to it. She didn't scare me anymore. Hi. How are you, Jack? I'm alright, thanks. Hey, random question. Do you like big dogs or small dogs? Big dogs, I guess? I see. I bent down and placed the sticker reducing the price of dog food that had one of those wiener dogs. Race is in the bake room, by the way. I know, I was just there. But I wanted to see you. Yeah? Why? I haven't seen you at all for the past week, you know? Didn't you notice? I guess. I was called into work a lot, and you must have been busy here too. Yeah, busy. We should meet more often. After all these years apart, we must have a lot of stories to tell, huh? Yeah, maybe. Jack, you mentioned dogs, right? Right. Was that because of Buddy? Who's Buddy? So you really don't remember anything? No. I don't remember this Buddy, and I don't remember knowing you either. Of course, now I do know about Buddy. I don't remember his breed or how old he was or anything other than that, but I do know of him. A certain picture book told me. It's really too bad. But I'll come back to you, I'm sure. Who knows? Buddy was a really sweet dog. You liked him a lot. I shrugged. And he loved you, but then again, the dog loved everyone. He was so trusting. Too trusting? Yeah, I'm sure he was. Are you really fine not knowing so much about your life, Jack? Yeah, I am. I'm used to it by now. I think it would feel weird if I could remember, actually. I suppose it's easier that way. There are some things best left forgotten after all, aren't there? Yeah. Yeah. Of course there are. And I wish some of those things wouldn't have the decency to say forgotten. Why mention it now, though? Oh, no reason. I was just a little curious. I didn't believe her. I sensed that there was something in particular she wanted me to remember. I do know what that is now, but I still don't know why she wants me to remember what she's... Is it some sick form of love, or does she want to finish the job? Is it both? I don't know. I really don't. Her mind is as much of a mystery to me now as it ever was. Anna in Wonderland. Dear Diary, I found him. It was beautiful. It was like fate. It was fate. As soon as I came to this city, I caught his scent in the air a little, but mostly I smelled homelessness, people, and gasoline. Why do you go all the way out here, Jack? You love nature, the smell of pines. When we grew up, I was ready to spend weeks looking for you, Jack. Or months or years if I had to. I even got a job at the hospital here. They're understaffed, so it was easy. But there you were in the first store I went to. I didn't even go in to look for you. Fate, fate, fate. But you were a little strange. Surely you recognize me? Hadn't changed that much, have I? It's been a while and I had tried to make myself pretty for you. Every way I can think of. But you knew it was me, right? I knew it was you. You haven't forgotten me. Were you pretending? Playing a game? Yeah, that must be it. Well, I'd love to wait and see what you were doing, dear, but I've been a patient girl for far too long. Dear Diary, Friday. Jack Friday. I knew he changed his name to that, but it's just so funny, isn't it? Well, having to change it back, Jack, for when we're married. I want the real one to follow my first name. Jack Friday. Made me giggle when I saw in your employee records, darling. I just had a peek, nothing more. Just to see where you live. Wanted to follow you home at first, but then I thought, hey, wouldn't it be insanely romantic if the first time I saw you, we lived right next to each other? I know you're playing your little game of you don't know me anymore, but that's not too much, is it? Being neighbors? You won't be angry, right? Even if it makes you angry, I have to at least do this, right? I can't wait anymore. I'm tired of being myself. I've waited this long already. I've prepared so much for you. Maybe you won't be mad? Please don't be mad. Please? One other thing, darling. That street you live, isn't it in a terrible part of town? Run down, cheap, and even dangerous? I haven't even been there long, but I think that's right. Is that your part of your game, too? You're working in a store, that must be it as well. Someone like you would never work there. Instead, you should be a... Gosh, I can't even imagine what. Isn't it perfect? I don't want you working anywhere. I want you all for me. Dear Diary, the street is worse than I thought. God, the smell. Do you really know what you're doing, Jack? Nah, I shouldn't doubt you. I know. The rent is cheap, at least very cheap. More importantly, there was a vacancy right next door to your apartment. Oh, I can't wait to move in. We'll be neighbors. I'll get to see as much of you. It will make me drunk. Dear Diary, what a beautiful dump. I said this to the landlord when I brought my things here. He thought I was complaining. He said I should have checked out the apartment before I rented it. He's an idiot. There could be a swarm of rats or roaches living here. I don't give a darn. But still, I can't keep it dirty forever. I have to practice my homemaking skills. Time to make this dump a home. Dear Diary, just back from a quick jog. Gotta stay in shape, and the brownies are just about done. I know I should have kept an eye on them. But I've been doing this for so long enough, you know. The brownies are perfect. Not burnt, not raw, just right. I hope he likes them. Oh dear. Jack. I don't know if I can go on. Who is this girl? I'm the one for you, the only one for you. And yet you... I know this part of your plan, but you didn't have to do it this way. Why are you being so cruel? I have work now. I don't care. I'll go sleep. Dear Diary, I cried all the bad feelings out. Things don't seem nearly as bad now. Jack is testing me. I have to show him I have what it takes. This is nothing at all. I can do this. Dear Diary, I met her today. Grace. I hope she doesn't get in the way. She's a sweet girl, but she's clumsy. She dropped a plate, and there were cookies and broken pieces of porcelain everywhere. Pretty clumsy, too, I guess. I cut myself on a shard when I tried to pick it up. Jack came in just as I got cut. Must have since I was hurt. There's a lot of blood for a small wound. The blood reminded me of that time. It always does. I showed it to Jack. He looked like he was gonna vomit. Great acting, Jack. I love you. Ugh. Dear Diary, I've gotten better at playing along with Jack's little game. I see him a lot more now, everywhere I go. Nearly half of those times I'm not even trying to make our paths cross. Fate. I'm also seeing Grace a lot more. She's always asked me to go somewhere with her to chat, or she's always coming over to my apartment without Jack. She's becoming a real bother, honestly, but I act nice. That girl tells me things about Jack, after all. Though, of course, she doesn't know anything about him that I don't. That's because she really doesn't know Jack. But now that I know he's pretending to be like, he told Grace that he has amnesia. It's a little unoriginal, Jack, don't you think? That's okay, though. She believes you. That dumb little... Dear Diary, I'm troubled. I'm starting to think that Jack is not pretending. What if he really has forgotten about me? No, I can't have that. I need a sign, Jack. Just one little sign. So that I can know you remember. One sign. Anything is fine. Dear Diary, Jack doesn't remember me. Pretty sure of it now. He doesn't remember anything. Darn. But that's a good thing. He hasn't been acting cold on purpose. I'll give his memory a little jog, and that'll be good as new. But this also means he's serious about that Grace girl. We can't have that. No, no. I'm starting to see her true colors. She's a filthy seductress, all right. She's also an idiot. She invited me for dinner tomorrow at her apartment. Their apartment. Her and Jack's apartment. The apartment they're sharing together without me. August 16th. Terrible day. Really awkward. Anna was hovering around me all day. I swear she was here for more than 2 shifts. How the hell Bell does that work? I couldn't write at all. She's only gone now, and it's after midnight? I guess I should mark this as 17th then, not the 16th. Oh, who cares? Now I have to write in the dark, but that's fine. I don't see it being a problem. So not long after, did I write about how Anna came to see me at the store that one time? Yeah, I did. Not long after that, Grace invited Anna for dinner. She couldn't have told me before asking Emma. Not that I would have said no. I don't have any excuse to say no. But I mean, she only told Mick about the dimmer a few hours before it. Yes, I was preparing for a really relaxed evening, and all of a sudden Grace says we should start making dimmer, and oh, no, I forgot to tell you, Jack. I shouldn't be so bitter and childish. People forget it happens. She didn't mean anything bad by it. It still rubbed me the wrong way, though. Anna was going to invade my home and be there for hours. And I'm pretty sure I had every right to be angry about the bat. Now I'm sure she would have sent me her package the first time I saw her, and then she moved to the next us, and a million times after that. I should have. The fault is mine. So yeah, dimmer. The food tastes amazing, Jack. Thanks. I barely made anything. That's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice. Yeah, the rice. It's ended up mushy. I think it's delicious. And I ate it like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped into my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. The chicken is much better. It's incredible how you could make something decent in the oven we have, Grace. Oh, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing. I bet you've never seen a greasier oven, Anna. I swear to God. I tried to clean it, but nothing works. I don't know what the previous owners did to make it that dirty. And that's not the biggest problem, is it, you said? Yeah. The light in the oven barely works. Don't get me started on the heating, it's so sketchy. Yeah, all of that. You still managed to make something this good? What do you say, Anna? It's tasty. Reminds me of home. Have you tried remembering what home was like, Jack? Swallowed, choked, and coughed. But what's with that all of a sudden? Anna smiled and went on eating. I was just wondering. No, I haven't tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I have to. I'm fine without it. No, right? It's a shame, though. Tough. Jack? Yeah? What is it, Grace? I'm with Anna on this one. You are? Yeah. Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what goes on in my head? I'm trying to think of what's best for you. It's right, you can spend your whole life running away from the past. Face it now, be a man. Not healthy for you to lock yourself away at Campy. You have to agree, Jack. I didn't reply. I was eviscerating a chicken drumstick. Anna, I didn't tell you this, but at night, at least once a week, Jack... That's enough. Banging my fist on the table then, was immediately ashamed that I'd lost my temper. I couldn't back down. This has got to do with me, and only me. Stay the hell out of it, both of you. You understand? Huh. Why are you so... It's no good. Never gotten this angry before. I need to be alone. I walked off to another room, but that didn't help. I could still hear the murmurs in their whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Huh? Where are you? Are you going out, Jack? Yeah. Have fun. Wait, don't go. I'm sorry I keep insisting so much. I know I'm trying to help, right? Yeah. Then please don't be mad. Couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me. Can you just do me one thing, just so I know I did all I could? Do what? Can you say you're fine with... No, please say that you don't want to remember. Can you do that for me? Of course. I said it longer than I thought I would. Suddenly it struck me like I was being childish as hell, but in the end my anger and stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. There, are you happy? I want things to stay as they were. That's all I ever wanted, and for nothing to change. Because for once I was happy. Well, I'm sorry. You should be. I walked out. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. August 17th. I came back hours later, after a little drinking and a lot of pointless wandering. The apartment was empty, her things were gone, but I only realized that after I read the letter. The letter was on the table next to our half-finished dinner. There was a key next to the door, too. Her key to the apartment. I remembered the letter word for word, so why didn't I write it down? Wouldn't that be fun? Jack, I can't stay with you anymore. You're only going to make things more miserable, and I can't help you. And I can't watch you do this to yourself. I pray there's someone who can help you like I couldn't, and I hope you'll be happy. Goodbye. Grace didn't need to send the message. I could have recognized those neat letters anywhere. I'd seen that handwriting during our brief year together, or in dozens, if not hundreds, of little notes. Shift schedules, reminders to buy snacks or milk, things like that. There were, in fact, at least half a dozen of the yellow post-it notes she could still be around the apartment. Seeing them hurt. There were a lot of other things Grace hadn't taken. Socks, pants, a few undershirts, a scarf, one pair of shoes. Sweaters she really liked, too. She wouldn't have worn that sweater while napping in the evening. It was all evidence of how much of a hurry she'd been in to get away from me. Now I know better. Morning, everyone. The patients all greeted her. I do, too. Well. I'm happy to see you finally stop being Mr. Grumpy. Well, you know. Do you feel better? Does the leg still hurt? I'm a little better, I guess. At peace. That's great. You'll be up on your feet in no time, I'm sure. Free to come back home. Anna probably doesn't want to see what's so funny. She smiles vacantly. Guess she does love me. In her own way, it doesn't matter, though. Remember, the pain she caused me has given me conviction. My heart is set on killing her. August 18th. Oh. The hell? Did it just reset? August 18th. My health is vastly improving. Doctor's words, those. And I feel it. I don't wake up at night so much, choking on the pain. And I don't get so angry anymore that I have to chew my own fingers so I don't end up shouting. I really am at peace. I know what to do. And I know I have to do it. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm a train going down a set tracks a few hundred miles. No turns, no brakes. Whatever happens will happen. Strangely calming. For now, I'll keep on writing. I know good point to stop. After Grace left, I spent that first night alone on the kitchen floor. It was where her legs happened to give in under me after hours of walking back and forth. I had paced around like a cage animal, looking under the pillows and carpets and poking my head in the closets. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd find her. I woke up in the afternoon with a blanket over me. I thought Grace had done it, that she'd come back. She hadn't. My guess, it must have been Anna. I didn't go to work, I didn't eat. Don't remember drinking any water, but I must have. I must have slept a lot too. Turned out I needed Grace more than I thought I did. Certainly more than she needed me. I was alone all that day, that night, and the day after, right until the evening. That's when she made her move. The windows were closed, the blinds were drawn. It must have been stuffy and hot in the apartment. I lay on the couch shivering, held to my chest the sweater Grace had left me. I was about to slip into uncomfortable sleep when the front door opened. My heart skipped a beat before the sight of a person coming in disappointed me. Hello? Jack? I stared at her. What's wrong? She tried to get me to talk, but I was not in a talking mood. Eventually found the letter on the table, pretended to find it. Oh, Jack. Oh, darling. Go away. You're hurt, I know. She's terrible, isn't she, to have hurt you so badly? The sweater was soft against my skin. It smelled of her. I know. She's awful. Let me help. She brought my hand near my face. I turned my head away. I'm the one who can make you happy, you know. You won't have to remember that girl ever again. You won't want to, I promise. Her hand found my cheek. It had only been 2 days since I'd last seen Grace, had last touched her, but it was like I'd already forgotten a person's warmth. I raised my hand to bat her away, and I found I couldn't. Instead, I put my hand on hers. I was close to tears. There were so many emotions in me that confused and overwhelmed me. But Anna was here, and she was whispering that she'd never leave. We made love right there on the couch. Afterwards, I used the sweater to wipe the sweat off me. Anna lay next to me, soft and warm, both her arms wrapped around one of mine. In the morning after that long, long night, Anna looked at me and asked me a question. I'm tired. Aren't you? I won't go to work today. I'll call in sick. What about you? I don't know. I won't go to work. I hadn't thought at all about work. I was so irrelevant. That's a good idea. Hey, I'm going to my apartment. I want to have a nice hot shower. Come with? Sure, yeah. My apartment had a perfectly working shower, of course, but I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared. After I had a shower at her place, Anna told me I could stay there a while. Until you feel better, she told me. What do you say? I said yes. And that's how it went. I don't feel shame for what I did. I know I should, but I don't. The problem is I don't really feel like I did any of that. It's more like I was watching myself do those things, watching myself get tricked and cheat on Grace and live with that woman who's causing so much misery to so many people. I know I should be ashamed. It's a disgusting thing I did and I can't take it back. I let myself be made into an animal. That one whole month is like something I'd never forget and to never remember. So I won't write about it or anything more. I've written enough. I'm done. This journal has helped me a lot, but I don't need it anymore. This is it then. It's goodbye. So goodbye, JF. I woke up and found the room dark. Incredible dark. It didn't matter if my eyes were open or closed. The image didn't change. Something wasn't right. The air smelled different. Grace made a soft moaning sound in her sleep. She laid next to me. I reached down to make sure, absolutely sure she was there. Jack. To hear her voice instead was like finding a snake in my body. I felt over on the nightstand. You okay? Bad dream? Stay. She touched me skin against skin. I remembered where I was and why I was here. Better? Yeah, sorry about that. Good. Still back on my side of the bed. Anna ruffled my hair. You startled me. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I know you wouldn't do that. Because you love me. Dear Diary, it's all been worth it. All the years of waiting and hoping have been so worth it. I never expected it to go as well as it did. Now I feel so silly I ever worried. Grace the whore is out of the picture. It was so easy. She's so scared of everything, and Jack is all mine. I expected he would struggle a lot more. I'm so proud of him. Even in the terrible state he's in, no memories of us at all. He knew in his heart he would pick me over her. You're so cute, Jack, the way you're absolutely helpless without me. I'll pamper you a little more. I can do that. There's no hurry. There's no rush. We've reached our happy ending. I paced around Anna's bedroom. Step, 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 turn. Step, 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 turn. Wasn't a very large room, about the same size as mine. Step, 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 turn. It was dark, the curtains were drawn, but it wouldn't have been dark without them too. The alarm clock's neon green light hovered in the dark, showed that it was 5:10 a.m. and that it was Monday. Step, step. Anna's bed sheets ruffled. She mumbled something and sat up. Jack, why are you... I took in deep breath. It helped me keep my voice from shaking as I answered. It's nothing. Go back to sleep. What is it? Something's wrong, isn't it? Tell me. We'll make it go away. No, please. It's stupid. Tell me. I stepped close to the bed, banging my shin on its side and side. It's Monday. And I glanced over my shoulder. Yeah, it is. So, I have work. When I came back to an empty apartment, it was early Friday morning. I'd missed work on Friday. It must be on thin ice already. I didn't even call in. And? Just don't go. But if I don't go today, they'll fire me for sure. So? What do you mean, so? This is serious. Don't be upset here. And I got up and lazily and kissed me and held me. She stood there a few moments in silence. There, does it seem better now? But I still... Uh-huh. No, sweetie, you stay in today. She pressed herself harder against me. I felt her softness, the heat of her body. I could hardly feel anything else. You don't want to go to work, do you? I don't, but I mean I have to. You don't have to, it'll be fine. The world won't end. I was going to complain again, but she pressed a finger to my lips. You know what? An idea just came to me. If you move out of that awful apartment and come live with me instead, you won't have to work in that awful store anymore. That sounds nice, doesn't it? It sounded so good, and understood me so well, but I wasn't sure of myself. I asked if it was really fine for me to stay here for good. Of course. I wouldn't want you anywhere else. Dear Diary, oh my goodness, how is this going so well? It never worked so well before, not with the patients I tried it on, even though they were terminal, even though they had no one to visit them. All of them just kept being themselves right up to the end. But with Jack, I can do anything. He's like clay. I could change him into anyone, anything I want. How awful. He's so lucky that it's me doing this. Could you imagine someone else with that kind of responsibility? No, what am I saying? Nobody has come make him so willingly to change. Me. Only me. He's only like that because he loves me so much. He's always loved me, even when he didn't realize it. And he'll always love me, and always love him, and we'll be together forever. Forever. Oh, I'm so happy I could scream. Right now I'm only teasing him a little, but that's okay. We have all the time in the world. Unlike those other boys, he's not about to expire. Days went by, maybe a week. Jack. Come on, Jack. A laugh. If you don't let go of me, I can't go to work, you know. Then don't go. Stay here. Hey, one of us has to go. We need it to live. I need you to live. That's very sweet, but I still have to go. I wouldn't budge. She ran her fingers through my hair. I like that. If you get off me now, I promise I'll have a special surprise waiting for you when I come back. Really? Really, I promise. Okay. I forced myself to let her go. After she went away, I laid back down on bed, waited for her to come back. I did nothing else. Anna's surprise was a big plastic bag. It was swollen, full of something. I looked at her, then at it, then at her again, then frowned. You'll see. Come, we need to go somewhere. Go outside? Yes. Isn't that exciting? I looked away. What, you don't want to? I held up a pillow in front of me. It was meant to act as a barrier. Oh, you big scaredy cat. Come on. She took my arm and pulled. I wouldn't go. Her grip was stronger. Maybe I'd gotten weak, but I stayed in place. Huh? So you really don't want to go? Let's... How come we can't stay here? Oh, sweetie. I don't want the apartment to burn down. She made me dress in outside clothes. They were rugged and cold. The outside was even more rugged and cold. The street was wet. It must have rained. The people there were giving me looks. They were looking at me like I was trash. Why? What had I done to them? What have I ever done to anyone? Oh, hey. Ease up a little. You'll hurt my hand. I'm sorry. That's okay. If you really don't feel like it, we can go back home right now. Really? Yes. But I know you can do this. So will you do it for me? Yeah, okay. Great. Thank you, Jack. You're so good to me. We walked for over 15 minutes. My feet hurt, my legs made clicking sounds. I haven't really walked in over a week. I didn't complain. We're almost there. Do you even know where we are? I shook my head. Anna had led me somewhere I'd never been. Each street we passed was dirtier and grayer and more abandoned than the last, and the people looked at us more meanly. I thought they were going to hurt us, but Anna wasn't afraid, so I did my best to be brave too. Whatever she had in that plastic bag, it wasn't heavy. The bag was so full it was almost like the shape of a big ball, but it still sung so lightly. What do you think is in there? Anna had noticed me looking. I don't know. Want to take a guess? I didn't. I told her I didn't. I told her I couldn't think of anything. Well, you'll see soon enough. Our destination, I saw 5 minutes later, was an empty street. A whole street, blocks and blocks of it, completely abandoned. The pavement was cracked, the buildings that stood there were hollow, and everything was overgrown with weeds. It was more like a jungle than a city. It was ugly. I hated to even look at it. It's so beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. I'll show you the best spot here. It's my favorite. But it'll be our secret, okay? Can't tell anyone else. Okay. We passed through a tunnel-like opening set in a tall, wide building. Beyond it was a field of brown-yellow grass. It came up to my chest. Surrounding the grass were the sides of a large apartment building that used to be its courtyard. The building was a modded, ugly gray. It had most likely been a prettier color before it burned down. It had so many windows, none of which had glass. The gate down at us empty and dark. In a spot was a small, square patch of concrete in the middle of the overgrown courtyard. Once there, Anna handed me something from the plastic bag. It was a small gas container and a box of matches. Then she emptied the rest of the bag out with concrete. When I saw the contents, Anna, this is... On the ground were a few post-it notes, a pair of shoes, but mostly clothes. I had seen them before. They belonged to someone I knew. Who? Someone I had known an eternity ago, too long to remember. I knew these things were important. You know what this is? Yes. I shouldn't. It's fine if you still recognize them. Completely fine. You're not mad. I'm not mad. Give me that. Anna grabbed the gas can from my hands. She poured the gas on the clothes, shoes, and post-it notes down to the last drop. Then she tossed the can aside and stepped away. The canister made a tiny, empty sound as it hit the concrete. Tunk, tunk. After that, there was silence. Anna, should I? What do you think you should do? You're really not mad? Do you think you need to do what you think you need to do, Jack? And do it quick. It's growing dark, and I didn't bring a flashlight. So I did what I thought I needed to do. I lit a match. Took me 3 times to get it right because of my clumsy fingers. Creating the little fire with my hand, I brought it over to her things. They were wet and stank of gasoline. I held the lit match above them. Why are you hesitating? Don't you want to do this? I don't know. I needed to do what Anna wanted me to do, but the thought of doing it made me want to lie down and cry. I couldn't explain why those things were so dear to me. They were just... The flame had almost reached my fingers. Anna, I don't think... Do it. I dropped the match. The little fire touched gasoline and bloomed. The sun heat made me step back. It Those things, those shoes and clothes with little yellow notes were already cracking, turning to charcoal. Anna stood by me. I waited for her to scold me, but she didn't. She put her hand in mine, her fingers interlocked. You did well. I did? Yes. When it came down to it, you did what you should. I'm proud of you. A warmth filled my chest, my worry for those scattered pieces of nothing on the ground faded away. I was with the love of my life, and she loved me and was proud of me. How could I care about some... I couldn't even remember what it had been. Old clothes? Whatever. Anna giggled. It made me so glad to see Anna happy. I pulled her closer. After a good minute of laughing, she sighed as if spent and looked up at me. Wasn't that fun? Yep. The things on the ground were gone. They were black and unrecognizable. Let's go back home. Okay, Anna. You're so happy, aren't you? And why wouldn't you be? I'm happy too. Happiest I've ever been. Me too. The happiest I've ever been. Really? Yeah. Thank you, Jack. That means the world to me. We went away hand in hand. But before we walked into the Greskin, I looked back one last thing at the things I've burned. Something moved at the edge of my vision, up in one of the glassless windows. I looked again, but it was gone. This place is dangerous. Are there people here? You know that? There just might be. Bad people. We should get going as soon as we can. Yes. Home. Where it's safe. That little slut. I hope she had a good look at us burning all that trash of hers. Had Jack burning it. God, I'm so proud of him, it hurts. I can't believe I miscalculated, though. I thought Grace was gone for good. I can't, but there she was in our hallway asking where Jack was and what I had done with him. All this while Jack was right on the other side of the door. Can you imagine what would have happened if I wasn't there? She would have knocked on the door, rung the doorbell, and she probably would have called out too. I would have scared Jack so badly I couldn't bear to think about it. Thankfully, I was wrong about everything to do with her. She hadn't called the police. I knew she wouldn't. I just didn't think she'd come back at all. She was still careless as a little lamb. Her hand shook while she demanded I tell her what happened to Jack. He can't be in there, can he? She stepped forward, but then I put myself between the door and her and she backed off. I wonder how she didn't pee herself. She was so scared. Jack doesn't want to see you. What are you doing to him? No one's seen him since I went away. It's like he's disappeared. He's been here the whole time. God, what are you doing to him? Be quiet. She was making too much noise. Put her hand on her shoulder. I had to see if she had the guts to slap it away. She just stood there. Jack is perfectly fine. He's happy, and he doesn't want to see you again. I know he probably hates me now, but at least let me see him. I have to at least see him again. So annoying. Loneliness makes her desperate. Unpleasant. That's what being yourself does. Look at dear Jack. We've only been together for a short while and he's already such a sweetheart and he was so picky before. If you see him now, he'll tell you he hates you. Do you really want that? No, I don't want that, but then go away. It's as simple as that, don't you think? Even someone like you should understand. Why are you so... I thought we were... She swallowed hard. I have to see him. Anna, please. Being alone made you into a real bitch, you know that? What? Or did it? Were you lonely after all? It really makes me wonder. With how little money you took with you, I'm surprised you'd be living on the streets. But you're clean, you don't smell more than usual. I'm living with a friend. What does it matter? That's a lie. You don't have any friends. Grace gritted her teeth and glared at me. She wanted to run away in shame. She's so simple, so obvious, but she couldn't leave with Jack so close. So where are you staying? Whose cock are you sucking for rent? I'm not... Is that wrinkly old man you worked with? It's nothing like that. I am living with Don, but I'm not. Oh, aren't you? And how are you paying back his hospitality? You don't have any money. You quit your job too. I checked. I'm not paying back anything. Don't be shy. Oh, screw you. Move. How violent. It's a good thing I separated her and Jack when I did. Any more of this girl's influence, and who knows what could have happened. She tried to shove past me, but I had a little surprise in my pocket. Hannah, that's... Yep. So don't you dare touch me again. I might do something bad. Pressed the knife against the side of her neck. It drew blood. I couldn't help myself, but it wasn't a lot. I'm not gonna kill someone out in the open like that. I'm not stupid. Grace stood petrified. You can't do this. You'll call the cops. No, you won't. They won't believe you. They never do. Right? She didn't lash out for once. She must have finally realized how useless it was to try. So she shuffled away. I waved her off. It's only polite. She didn't even look back. Oh God, I hate this bitch. But then she kept following me around even after that. What a stalker. So I had Jack burn her things I knew she was watching. It was beautiful. Now she'll back off for good. I'm back. Welcome back. Hey, easy, you'll trip. The moment she touched me, those long hours of waiting were painted over by warmth. Made me so happy. Something smells good. Is it dinner? Yes. Oh, you remembered. I'm so glad. I'd made a casserole. Anna set the table. I served it. That was really tasty, Jack. Thank you. I wasn't happy with the meal. It was tasteless and the meat was tough, but Anna said she liked it. She was so kind. I wish I could help more. What do you mean? With money, I guess. I was being serious, but she laughed. That made me feel a bit stupid. Oh, Jack, money's no problem at all. I told you, I've got a lot saved up and the rent here is nothing. Oh. Okay. Anna hummed contently. A minute later, she stopped. There is something you can do, actually. Really? Yes, really. I'm not sure if you'd be up to it. Anything. We'll do anything for you. Okay, then. What is it? How can I help? Wait until before bedtime, okay? I nodded. When I heard what she wanted me to do, I didn't take it well. I was angry, furious. I felt betrayed. You want me to... Yes, I do. But no. You said I'd never have to remember anything. You promised. I got up from my bed and started pacing from wall to wall, never looking at Anna. What she said hurt. How could you lie like that? Oh, baby. Please don't hate me. I was shivering with anger. I thought I might faint. I didn't hate her. I couldn't, so I stopped walking and faced her. I know I said what I said, but this is important. Don't you believe me? There was only one thing I could say. Yeah, I believe you. Thank you, Jack. I love you. I love you too. And I'm sorry. Don't say you're... Hearing Anna say she was sorry for some reason like a punch to the gut. It tugged at my memory. She always said... I know. But that's not what I'm telling you to remember. You must never remember that woman. Forget all you have left of her. Then... What I want you to recall goes much, much farther back. It won't be easy, but when you do, when you remember, our love will be the deepest it's ever been. Don't you want that? I do. I love you. I want that. I want to love you even more. Tell me what I should remember. Anna embraced me with happy tears in her eyes, but she wouldn't tell me what I needed to remember. She said it would be pointless if she told me I had to remember it by myself, and ordered me to sit down in front of the alarm clock every day for at least an hour. I was to do this while she was at work. I was to have my eyes closed. I was trying to dig back in my memories. Far, far back. I did as ordered, But the first time I tried the very next day, it was all so foggy in my mind I couldn't even start. Thinking felt slow, it was like walking through molasses. I only made myself tired. Before I fell asleep sitting up, one last thought came to me. Was thinking always so hard? The second time, too, I gave up right away. I couldn't do it. But I had promised Anna. Next day, I tried harder. My heart had hurt, and I felt like I was groping in the dark, scared and all alone. But I did it. I had promised Anna. I wanted further in. A flash of a smile made my chest hurt, but I kept going. For love. Huh? Wait, which one did I love? Which one did I hate? Things didn't used to be like this, did they? This feels wrong. Something went terribly wrong. I need to make sense of it. Days later, when going back in my memory, I reached a wall. Damn. I felt I shouldn't try to climb over it, so I didn't. There were things out there I didn't want to see. So I went back to the puddle I'd been searching through. It was a stew of love and fear and hate given and taken seemingly at random. It was a mess. But it was a mess in my head. I would make sense of it. Jack. Yes, Anna. I'm going to work. Aren't you going to say bye? Oh, bye, Anna. And a goodbye kiss? We kissed. And I placed a head on my forehead. Are you okay? You might have a fever. I can give you something for that. I smiled. I'm okay. It's just... What is it? Trouble? You can tell me anything. Do you know that sandwich shop? Which one? Next to the... Next to the store? I nodded. You want a sandwich from there? Yeah. If that's okay. Well, there is always a huge line there. Please, Anna. It would mean a lot to me. Oh, how can I resist? Of course, darling, I'll get you anything. What kind of sandwich do you want? Anything you pick. I'll get you something light. You're not getting much exercise. I don't want you to get fat. Is that alright? Yep. Great. And don't forget your remembering session. You've been doing those, right? Yeah. And? I frowned and shook my head. Nothing yet? Oh, well, it's not even been 2 weeks yet. You'll get there soon. I'm sure you will. Yeah, I will. Anna pinched my cheek, kissed me again, and left. As I went, I threw up in the toilet. Oh, God. I brushed my teeth, washed my mouth 3 times over. I can't go on like this. I couldn't keep living here. I waited 10 minutes until I was sure Anna was gone. Then I pulled back the heavy curtains. Down on the street, there was a single person looking sad and abandoned. I waved at her. She looked up, nodded, and walked into the building. Hi, Jack. I was so happy to see her, I wanted to cry. Oh, Grace. We started seeing each other in secret 5 days ago. I knew how long exactly I'd start counting the days again. That big cloud of confusion, my brain was gone. I wasn't Anna's dog anymore. It was Anna's own fault. What else could she expect, having me dig around my past like that? But it was scary how close I'd come to letting go. If things were a bit different, I might have kept on being a half-mute idiot forever, and I never would have let Grace inside. When I first heard Grace's voice, I thought it finally snapped. I thought I was hallucinating, but I opened the door and there she was. Grace? Grace, I'm happy to see you. I thought, after your message, I thought I'd never... Don't say that. Don't say anything, just for a minute. We put our arms around each other. We'd only been apart a few weeks, but so many things had happened that it felt like years. I knew it. You don't hate me. I didn't know what she was talking about, and I didn't care. Only one thing mattered right now. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I've been working up the courage to leave ever since I'd become myself. As stupid as it seems, I was afraid of going outside, but with Grace here I could leave. I could do anything. We can't. Huh? You're not going to leave here. Not yet. Why not? Do you have any idea what it's like for me in here? I can't imagine, Jack, and I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. You knew how dangerous Anna was from the start. That's all the more reason to get the hell away. I told you, not yet. This isn't something we can run away from. I so wish we could just pack up and leave, but Anna's gonna follow us wherever we go. God damn it. I stomped on the ground like an angry child. Grace was right. Anna followed me here. If we left now, she'd do it again. We have to report her to the... No, Jack, no police. They'd trust her first 1,000,000 times over. I guess they would. Besides, I wasn't even sure if she'd done anything actually illegal. But what then? What do we do? I don't know. Why is this happening to us? Even as we talked, we kept our ears to the hallway. Though we both knew Anna was at work, the slightest echo of a footstep was enough to make us jump. Why can't she leave us alone? What does she even want from you? I think I have a clue. I told Grace about how Anna was trying to make me remember stuff from years ago. But it was so long ago. Anything could have made her obsessed with me. Jack, what? I'm sorry to say this. I know you've always hated it when I did. What is it? I had a good feeling what she was going to say. I didn't like it. You really do have to remember. I pinched the bridge of my nose. That was a big headache coming on right behind my eye. I know. We can't win against her like this. Not when she knows so much more than we do. I know, all right? Do you think you can do it? I don't want to do it, but I think I can. I've never tried. Not seriously, not since those first few days. Good. Please do try. And thank you for not giving in, Jack. I know it must be hard. Do you need anything from the outside? I could sneak something in. I don't have a lot, but no. I don't need anything. Anna keeps me well fed. I put as much contempt as I could into those words. Are you doing all right, though? You don't have any money, do you? I think Anna's got some stash around here. Grace refused. We can't risk her noticing. Besides, I'm doing okay. I'm staying with a friend. They're a big help. Oh. All right, then. So she landed on her feet. Made me happy to hear that. I'll be going now, Jack. What? Already? Anna won't be home for hours. She's not supposed to. We've got to be careful. And being here at all is making me nervous I could die. You're right. Besides, we'll have plenty of time to speak once this is all over. Yeah. Just the two of us. We looked at each other very lovingly. Then a door slammed shut out of somewhere in the building. I really need to go. Bye, Jack. Bye, Grace. I love you. Wonder if it was okay for me to tell Grace I loved her, but the words went and said themselves. Grace stood there on their tiptoes and kissed me on the cheek. I love you too. Ooh. Locking the door after her was one of the most difficult things I'd ever done, but seeing her had given me such courage I needed. I felt I could do anything. And now, here we were, meeting 5 days later, 2 secret meetings later. I couldn't go on. Grace, I'm sorry. You can't stay here anymore? I really can't. I'm at my limit. No, I'm way past my limit. I'm surprised I've still got it together. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Have you made any progress? It was an echo of Anna's constant questioning. But Grace wasn't doing it on purpose, I told myself. I kept my anger in check. No, nothing. I can't remember anything from that time. It's like one big blind spot. I can't do it. It's hopeless. If you say it's really hopeless, then I guess it's no use at all. You said the same thing last time too, but I still made sure you try. It's my fault you're in such pain. It's not your fault. It's hers. I heaved a heavy sigh. I need to pack a few things. Wait here, I'll be in 5. That's a big no again. What? You can't mean. I want you to stay here, Jack. There's no way I can. Just a little more, I promise. She came up to me and felt my upper arm. You're so thin now. But you can still hold her down, right? A chill went over me. What do you mean? Aren't we running away? We can't run away. She'll find us again, and then what? I can't live like that, always afraid. I'm sure you can't either. You're going to... She could mean. Yes. No. It's wrong, plain wrong. Yeah, it is. But what else is there to do? She's backed us into a corner. It's practically self-defense. I guess if you look at it that way. No, absolutely not. My heart pounded at the temples. I'm so happy you agree. I so wish we could do it today, but I need to prepare. Can you stand being here until tomorrow evening? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Tomorrow, Anna has a morning shift and she'll be back by early afternoon. Let's go for 6 o'clock? Okay? Okay. 6 o'clock. Please have her immobilized by then. How? I was already swept up in this plan. I didn't think twice about what Grace said. The more immobilized, the better. If you just sat on her, that'd be alright, I guess, but tying her down would be a big help. If you can knock her out, that'd be amazing. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. I'll be outside in the hallway. When she's all tied up or passed out or whatever, shout out so I know it's safe. Alright, and then what? What will you do then? To answer, Grace took a small knife. She turned it in her hands a few times. Only then did I realize the full weight of what she would do. Only then did I realize how she didn't seem bothered by it. Grace, what happened? What do you mean? This isn't like you. The Grace I know. I hesitated. What did Anna do to you? Grace's good mood seemed to evaporate. She pressed her face against my chest. She did a lot. I felt like I was dirt, and I promised myself that would never happen again. I was in her hand, it looked so sharp. She took you from me, too. That's the one thing I can't forgive. Imagine how happy we'd be if she never existed. I put my arms around her. I get it. Then let me do it. Give me the knife. I don't want to see you do this. Maybe I'll be able to work something out, I thought. Maybe it won't have to lead to bloodshed. I hated the sight of blood. I'm sorry, Jack. This is something I have to do. No, it's not just that. The truth is I want to do it myself. It's like nothing will ever feel right if I don't. Grace put a hand on my chin. She leaned closer, but we stopped before we kissed. I love you, Jack. I love you too. Her skin felt hot. She was giving off heat like a furnace. Are you scared? Yeah. Please don't be. One day we'll look back on this and laugh. I wake up with a bitter taste in my mouth. One day we'll look back and laugh. Sure as hell not laughing now. That's a good thought to have. What the? Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up on me like that, Christ. You should laugh as much as you can, you know. It helps reduce stress. Hard to find things funny when you're around. Do you have to come here so often? I see more enough of you in my dreams. That long, shameful month I spent with her keeps coming to me while I slept. It's souring my mood. I can't even pretend around Anna anymore. Maybe I should write about it in my journal after all. No, screw that. It's too embarrassing to write down. Jack, that's so sweet. What is? So you dream about me. I have dreams about you too. Every night. Yeah, but mine are nightmares. Looks like someone's cranky from having just woken up. You better not be so rude to your doctor, though. He's not as nice as I am. He might kick you out if you misbehave. I've seen him do that. That's fine. I might be happier out on the street. The doctor comes along soon enough. He has good news for me, he says. It's looking good, Mr. Friday. Far better than before. Your blood pressure's fine, and the other things too. That's great news, Doc. My attention is split between what he's saying and what I see in this coat pocket. It's glinting. Is it a pen? It's something else. My heart beats faster. I still remember to ask an important question. So when can I leave? Yeah, when are you going to release me? Doctor scratches his head, then counts his fingers. Wednesday, next week. Next week? Yes. Wow, thanks, Doc. You're welcome. It's way earlier than I expected. I prepared myself to be here for a few more weeks. Thank you so much. Here. I pulled out my hand for him to shake. After a second, he takes it. I pull him closer and he stumbles, nearly sprawling on my bed. It's a very sloppy handshake. Sorry, Doc. My bad. He coughs. It's fine. You've really helped me. A lot. All in a day's work. So yes, next week. And then you got rehab. Rehab? Oh, yeah. After you leave here, it's straight to the physical rehab facility for you. We don't have an inpatient facility here, but there is a great one on the other side of town. I'm sending you there. I'm not going home? No, of course not. You'd end up hurting yourself. Or with a limp. Is that what you want? No, that's not what you want. That won't do at all. He jots down some notes. Wednesday. That's in 4 days? The nurses have been exercising you, right? They what? Huh? Exercising me? They haven't? He turns to Anna. What's this about, nurse? Excuse me? We should have been giving him some mild exercise. Well, you never told us that, Doc. Can't you tell by yourself? The doctor stops mumbling to himself while taking more notes. Christ, I have to do everything here, don't I? No, that's fine. Not like you're paid to do these things or anything. How long will I stay here? He raised his hand. It's always that with you, isn't it? Look, how long you'll stay at the facility is up to the people there. I can't tell you that. But don't hold your breath. I let out a laugh. You're really gonna milk me dry, aren't you? I bet you gotta deal with the people there, Doc. Don't you know I'm poor as hell? He makes a grave face. The thought never crossed my mind. I live only to help people like yourself, Mr. Friday, so I don't expect hearing such accusations. I'd like you to be more careful about what you say. Understood? Understood. Good. After he rushes off, leather shoes creaking. Well then. And he grabs hold of my right leg, the one that isn't broken. Hey, what do you think you're doing? It's exercise. You remember what the doctor said, don't you? Ah, right. Well, I suppose it's fine. She brings my knee up to my chest. The joints of my leg pop. It's stiff. I haven't used it in a long time. How is it? Any pain? No. A little sore, but it doesn't hurt. Okay. Brings my leg back down. I'll keep going then if you don't mind. Keep going as you please. She repeats the whole motion ever so gently. This'll help me start walking faster. I'm fine with it. Her hands are on me. When she helps me fold up my leg, her neck is so close I could... How do you feel about what the doctor said? What did he say? That I'm out of here by next week. Whispers so the other patients can't hear. How does that make you feel? Are you angry? And a smile doesn't break, but her fingers press against me more forcefully. I'm not angry, of course. It's nice that you're getting better. Oh yeah? I'll still visit you at the facility. Oh, I'm sure you will. Oh, but what if you're very strict about visiting hours? That'd be a bummer, wouldn't it? For the first time, it felt like I had the upper hand. It's going to my head. And who knows? Maybe I'll tell them I don't want any visitors. To focus on your recovery? Yes, of course. That's good. I want you healthy, darling. She stops exercising me mid-motion. I can wait. How long do you think I've waited before? I'm a patient girl. Her fingers find their way up my inner leg. I can wait, no problem. Because after this is done, you'll be mine again. All mine. Forever. I grab her by the wrist, her fingernails dug into her skin. Ouch. You're hurting me. Shut up. How come? What makes you so... I'm never living with you again, you know that? Oh, sweetie. You'll do as I say. Of course. You still have grace. Well, yes, that's one reason. But there's one much dearer to my heart. Do you know what that is? I glare back. It's that you love me. I don't. You do. You love me if you don't know you love me. Deep down, you love me more than anything in the world. Just like I love you. But you've spent so long living all these lies that you've started believing them yourself. Don't worry, though. I'll help you remember all over again. Finally lets go of me. Get plenty of rest. You have a lot ahead of you. She goes away, leaving me to myself in my broken body. That night, I dream of how I got to be like this. So we're finally going to figure out, eh? The evening of the day Grace told me we would kill Anna together, I worried so much that I got a fever. Goodness. I was laying down in bed. Anna put a cold sweat towel over my forehead. I did think you had a bit of a fever, but you said you were fine when I left. Mumbled something. I must have been trying to tell her to stay away. I was seeing Anna, thinking about what we'd do to her. That scared me as much as it made me sick. I was weak. I can understand what you're saying. Whatever it is, you can tell me later. For now, just rest. My thermometer made her frown. If this goes up anymore, I'm taking you to the hospital. I croaked out that was fine. Oh, sweetie. You will be fine, but only if you do as I say. Try to get some sleep. I'll give you some medicine and a nice cup of ginger root tea. Thanks. I managed to sleep for the next hour, though I'd wake up constantly. And then I took a shower. Water was so cold on my skin it hurt, but Anna had warned me not to set it to hot, so I didn't. I put on a fresh set of clothes, then I laid down on the clean sheets Anna laid out. Then 10 minutes, everything was clammy with sweat again. Anna didn't blame me. She didn't have a bad word to say. Even sigh, though I knew she was tired. She was a saint. She was being so kind to me, and I was going to help kill her. There must be some other way. I couldn't let this end in violence. I just couldn't, so my fever-numb brain came up with the best plan. I don't know, Jack. Are you sure? I feel so much better now. I can take a day off. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. See? I handed her the thermometer. It was a mercury thermometer, and I carefully let it reach only a near fever point. I didn't lie when I said I felt better, but I did still have a fever. Well, alright then. Please stay safe and call if there's any problems. Anything at all, okay? Okay. She left and I got to work. There was a trace of my past somewhere in the apartment. There had to be. I didn't know where it was or what it would look like, but I hoped that Anna had brought something with her here. I was going to find it. Then I'd confront Anna with it. Whatever happened after that, I wasn't going to let anyone get killed. I really should have done this before, I thought. It would have saved me a lot of grief. But it was no use thinking about what could have been, so I searched. I didn't have to search long. I found what I was looking for in Anna's nightstand, and the top drawer was the only thing there. Anna had come to trust me so much that she hadn't bothered hiding it, or she'd wanted me to find it. When I saw it, I didn't think it was the clue I was looking for. It was a picture book. A badly made one, too. Thick pieces of paper stapled together, the drawings smeared on with crayons. Read it on a whim. I was curious. By the last page, I wasn't curious anymore. This wasn't a picture book, it was a confession. The Little Wolf. There once was a little wolf. It had a mommy wolf and it had a daddy wolf, but mommy wolf and daddy wolf didn't love the little wolf. Why is that? They didn't love it, and they didn't love each other, and they fought and fought and fought and fought. Then one day something happened, and the little wolf was all by himself. But the little wolf didn't stay alone for long. One day, a family of sheep took him in. There was mommy sheep, daddy sheep, and the little lamb, and a big dog named Buddy. They were a happy family, but they didn't like wolves. Daddy sheep said to the little wolf, wolves should be all locked away, and he also said, you're lucky to be alive. They didn't know how that little wolf was a wolf. So the little wolf played along. It went baa, baa like a sheep and ate grass like a sheep, and for a while it was happy, but it wasn't happy for long. Little wolf was a wolf. It was hungry. It needed to hunt. It knew how to hunt too. It had seen Daddy Wolf hunt. It had seen him do all kinds of things. The first thing that little wolf hunted was the big dog named Buddy. Mommy sheep and daddy sheep were really scared. There were wolves around. We should be careful. They didn't know the little wolf had done it, but the little lamb did know. The little lamb didn't like the little wolf. The little wolf was afraid the little lamb was going to tell mommy sheep and daddy sheep everything. And it did tell them, but the sheep didn't believe the little lamb. They didn't believe one word. Why is that? And days passed and weeks passed, and the little wolf was hungry again, very hungry. And so one night it went to mommy sheep and daddy sheep's room. It ripped them open while they were sleeping. It got blood all over itself. And then the little wolf went to little lamb. The little lamb was awake. The little lamb had heard the noises of its parents being hunted. It saw the blood and it smelled the blood. The little wolf came closer. And as the little wolf came closer, it saw that the little lamb was not a lamb at all. It was a wolf. It just like Little Wolf. It had been hiding there with all the sheep. Maybe it did not know that it was a wolf. Little Wolf did not kill it. The little wolf could not hunt one of its own. So Little Wolf went away. But before it left, the Little Wolf promised they would meet again. There would be 2 wolves in a world of sheep. You bitch. I found it hard to stand back up. Oh, you bitch. This is what you wanted me to remember? This is what you... Psycho had taken everything from me. He had almost done so a second time. And for what? I swear. I spoke out loud. I imagined my family there along with me. The family she'd taken. I swear I'd what? Not even killing her seemed enough anymore. Maybe it would be enough. As long as we made it hurt. Where am I? I stirred, only slightly awaking, dazed, not knowing what I'm feeling or what the dream or delusion of reality. I'm sitting up, but I'm not sitting still. There's rumbling underneath me. There's wind on my face. Somehow through all this, I sense that it's a nightmare. I try to speak. My limp mouth only manages a rasping breath. Oh. Awake already? That won't do. A familiar bee sting of pain pinches the back of my neck. I feel myself sinking. Then I feel nothing. I'm gone. No more rumbling, no more wind in my face, no more me. By the time Anna came home, I had been stewing in my hate for hours. My hate for her had become a living thing eating away at me. I'm back. Jack? Hello? I tried to say hi back, but I couldn't. If I had said anything at all, the hate would come spilling on me, and it wasn't time yet. Where are you, Jack? Anna sounded worried. This made me happy. I couldn't fake it anymore. If she saw me, she would know. I ran to the bathroom, slammed the door shut, and locked it. I'll be here, I thought. Till it's time, I'll stay here. If I see her, I'll lose my mind. Anna's footsteps came pattering over to where I was. Sweetie, are you okay? She tried the handle, found it locked. You still sick? Oh, I knew I shouldn't have gone to work. There was a pause, then she tried to open the door. Hey, at least say something, you're scaring me. Jack, can you hear me? I'm fine. Sigh of relief. Oh, good. Let me in now, darling. No, I'm staying here for a while. Please open the door, Jack. You don't sound good at all. You sound like you're in pain. I said I'm fine. There came another long moment of silence. Please, tell me what's wrong. This time I didn't answer. I lay on the cold tiled floor. I would stay like this until it was 6. It's not like we had a clock in here with me, but I was better to guess than go out now. Jack, go away. She walked away, and I thought that was it, but I heard her come back minutes later. I'm coming in, Jack. Stay back from the door. The hell are you? Something large and heavy struck the door. Stop it! It struck again, then once more. The flimsy one door was caved in the handle, and more it would splinter. Anna, stop! There was a dull thud as she let something heavy drop to the floor. Huh. Come out, then. I hesitated. All right. She grunted as she picked up her tool again. No, wait. I'm coming out. The door handle was smashed so badly it refused to open. Oh, Jack. And a drop what turned out to be a sledgehammer dropped it from her next to her purse, which was on the floor. She all but jumped on me with open arms. Don't do that to me again. I backed off from her. Something is wrong. I can feel it. What happened, Jack? Nothing happened. Is it your... She went to feel my temperature with her hand, but I slapped it away. Don't touch me. My words stunned her for a second. And we were making such great progress. What went wrong? You know what went wrong. You knew damn well. Everything's been wrong ever since the beginning. You're not making sense, Jack. For now, just calm down. It'll be all right. No, stay away from me. My back touched a wall. I stumbled. Anna bent down as if to tie her shoelaces. I saw her hand go into her purse. Then she leapt. She was on me before I could react. I thought she stabbed me or something, gut me then and there. Instead, she wrapped her arms around me and put her lips to mine. Huh? I tried to pry her off, but she coiled herself around my body like a snake. I couldn't find purchase. I panicked. Her kissing was violent, hardly kissing at all. More like she was biting my lips off. I tried to put my hand between us and rip, but Anna wouldn't budge. I felt powerless. I couldn't even scream. I tried to, but it was too muffled for anyone to hear. In that moment of luck, I managed to stumble around. Anna still on me, but she found was the one with the back to the wall. I half ran, half fell into the wall. Anna took the brunt of the impact. Owie. That hurt. She was down on her knees, rubbing the back of her head with her hand. Go fuck yourself. My lips pulsed with pain, felt raw. I touched them, and my hand came back blood. God damn it. You're real. I realized very late that there had been another flash of pain during our struggle, feeling like someone had pinched me very strong on my left shoulder. I looked at the spot, found nothing. What was... Anna looked at me and smiled and opened her right hand. Oh, a syringe. An empty syringe. Oh, shit. That was tricky. What did you drug me with? She waved the question like it was no concern. Something to help you have a nice, long sleep. Isn't that nice? Then we can begin your re-education. Your re-education. Don't fuck with me. I took a step towards her. My legs felt heavy. Was it just me or was it already getting hard to move? I'll never go through that again. You hear? I grabbed at her, but my hand struck the wall and stood almost a second and moved out of the way. Easy now. She put her hand on my shoulder. Jess, what are you trying to do? Fuck off. I twisted around to get at her, but it was like moving underwater. Oh, please don't do this, Jack. You're making it too fun to tease you. I won't be able to hold back. I stumbled down, just barely catch myself before my head hit the floor. My eyes wandered up to the ceiling. My limbs were lead. I could not move. There you go. Help. It was a fly. Help. Trapped in a spider's web. Honestly, what are you doing? Help. There's no way out. Stop that. Help. The neighbors will think we're weird. I want to shout again, but something caught my throat. Instead, I coughed my lungs on the floor. Are you all tuckered out now, sweetie? Goodness, you really had some fight in you. You're pretty scary. Next time I'll definitely... What's that? I heard it then too. The front door handle rather than someone banged on it twice. Ah! Hannah laughed. I think I know who this is. It dawned on me. I tried to shout again, but I was still coughing. And I went to the front door on tiptoes and checked the peephole. She had put her hand over her mouth to stop herself from giggling. To me, she mouthed the words, "Guess who?" And I knew. She was here, and I failed her. And I waited until the banging started again. With a single full motion, she left her open it, stood back. Grace stumbled in, her toothpick of a knife in hand. Gray. Jack. What? Hannah was a blur. She elbowed Grace in the stomach, then jumped back as if expecting Grace to slash at her. Grace did nothing of the sort. Her knife slipped from her hand, she fell right down after her. Huh. That's it? Really? After closing and locking the door again, Anna stepped closer, fearless now. She kicked Grace in the ribs. God. You invade someone's home and this is all you can do? Someone's precious home? Please stop. I'm sorry. Anna sighed. You're hopeless. She went to her purse and rummaged through it. I knew you had a hand in this. You're the only one who can corrupt my Jack this way. Well, no more. Anna brought back another syringe, this one filled with clear liquid. This is a Jack dose. Try not to die, okay? Stop. Stop that. I managed to stand back up. I wasn't going to let this freak hurt Grace. Leave her alone. Christ's sake, don't do that. Do what? I looked again. It had already been done. The syringe was empty. I'd been too slow. Sit down and be a good, patient boy, while I decide what I do with this girl. Anna wandered off into the other room. She shouted from there, Do you have any rope, Jack? I'm sure I bought some. I rushed to where Grace was on the floor. She was squirming in pain anymore. Instead, she was lying down incredibly still. For a second, I thought she was dead. My heart sank. She was still alive. She was breathing quickly, shallow breaths. Her eyes were closed but fluttering. Shit. I need to get her to a doctor. I looked up to the entrance. By some miracle, Anna left the key in the door. What about duct tape, Jack? Hey, Jack. I managed to turn the key even in the state I was in. I turned back to Grace. Though she couldn't hear me, I had to tell her something. Grace, I'll go get help. I'll be back soon. I couldn't carry her out. I was on the verge of collapsing on my own. The best thing I could do was get help on the street. I turned the handle using both hands. The door wouldn't open. What the? Oh no. The door was bolted shut, and I must have added the bolt lock on her own. Mine and Grace's apartment didn't have one. I tried to unlock it, but my fingers wouldn't move. I tried again and again. At best, I managed to get my nail caught in the bolt, almost ripping them off. I nearly cried from frustration. Damn it, damn it, damn it. On the verge of giving up and letting go, I looked around the small apartment and found my means of escape. I'll either have to use my really nice cuffs on her or go to the... Jack? Where are... Oh, shit. Anna had seen me hanging from the window's legs first. She ran over to me. I slid further back. Jack, you'll fall. Yeah. It was a miracle I'd managed to slide back the curtain and open the window with my useless hand. Stay away from me. I was holding the windowsill with my open palms. I was slipping. No, you'll hurt yourself. Take my hand. I glanced at the street below. When I climbed out, I didn't look much of a drop. This was only the second floor. Now I wasn't sure. There's so much empty space between me and the hard concrete. Take my hand, Jack. If I landed well, though, I'd be fine. Probably. What are you waiting for? Anna grabbed my wrist. Bye. My hands let go. I was not connected to anything. I floated. The impact knocked the wind out of me. There wasn't much pain, but I knew I'd landed badly. Looked down at my body. My leg was in a shape no leg should be in. Oh, God. I come back to consciousness, grasping for air. I looked at my leg. There was a blanket over it. I pushed the blanket aside my leg in a cast. It's ramrod straight. The strike calms me. Only then do I realize I'm not in my hospital bed anymore. I'm in a wheelchair in some abandoned place. It's cold. Good morning, sleepyhead. Anna's here with a large sack of who knows what at her feet. Wait until my breath is back before speaking. Of course you're here. Has there ever been a bad moment in my life without you? She says nothing, only smiles. I look around. So you kidnapped me. The hospital will find you. No. I didn't kidnap you, dear. You were discharged. I did all the paperwork and everything. You got out a little early, I'm sure. That makes you glad. But you were sleeping, so I had to sign for you as well. Doctor didn't mind much. He even let me cancel your rehab facility stay. God damn it. That asshole of a doctor. So no one is looking for me. This is it. She has me where she wants me. She's won. Or at least that's what I want her to think. I slip my thumb under my cast and smile. It's still there, right where I put it. Why'd you bring me here, Anna? And where is here? You mean you don't recognize it? Take a look outside. I looked out the busted window. We are fairly high up, only the ground below us in a sea of tall grass. In the middle of that grass is a square of dark concrete. This is where you showed me your love. By burning everything that reminded you of that girl. Tell me where she is now. Oh. I was surprised how nonchalant you were about this. Anna kicks the bag at her feet and it whines. Oh, God. It wasn't a bag, it was Grace bound and gagged. Untie her, goddammit. Can't you see she's hurt? She's not hurt. She's fine, see? Anna moves the rag she stuffed in Grace's mouth. I gave her water and kept her fed and everything. Well, most of the time. But I tell you what, she used to be a real handful. Grace only stares blankly. Let Grace go, you monster. Take those cuffs off. Grace's arms in cuffs behind her back. Her legs are cuffed together, too. She's mumbling something now. Let her go yourself. I'll give you the key. Anna dangles the key in my face. It's never that easy with you. What do you want? Are you serious? Are you actually serious? You're asking me what I want, Jack? I want the same goddamn thing I've been telling you all this time. I want you to remember us. I remember. You do? My feelings come pouring out of me. I've never had them bottled up for so long. Yes, I do. You killed my family, my father, my mother, even my fucking dog. There. Are you happy, you sick fuck? I saw your little picture book. That's how you have for fun, isn't it? Reminiscing? Is that what you want me to remember too? So you can see me scream and beg for my life? Well, fuck you, I'm not begging for anything. I take out the scalpel I stole from the doctor and hid under my cast. If you come any closer, I'll gut you. I swear. Now let Grace go. This is between you and me only. She has nothing to do with it. Don't ruin more people's lives than you already have. Jack. I'm not asking twice. Do it. Oh, Jack. Anna leaves a resigned sigh. You really know how to disappoint a girl. And you said... Darn it. I should have known, but for a second. What are you talking about? Jack, you... Fine. I've done trying to do this, even though it's been so romantic. What are you? I feel something bad's coming. Reach in her purse, take out something small. Let it fall to the ground. It's my journal. My hands are shriveled. I don't understand. Jack, what? You got it all wrong, even after seeing the picture book. I didn't kill your family. You killed mine. Oh! Her words are ones I hadn't considered. I didn't dare consider them. But now that I've been said, I know that they're true, and that truth hits me like a bullet between the eyes. The dam I've had in my brain for 15 years breaks, spills over. Memories come gushing out. Where am I? I'm somewhere dark and cramped, a hidey hole. I'm hiding. I'm back there. I don't think I've really left. Where are you, Jack? Stop running away. No. No. Please don't let him find me. Please. Please, 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 please. There you are. Pain. So much pain it makes me vomit. I'm not used to it yet. I'll never be used to it. I don't think anyone could live with this pain. I can't. Mom, help me. Cold eyes. Like she's looking for dirt. It's always like this. Day in, day out. I will never stop. But one day it does stop. There is silence. Nothing but silence. A quiet so bottomless it lets nothing else exist, especially not me. It isn't bad. There's no pain. But things start moving again. I have no say in the matter. I'm being swept along. It's all right now, Jack. You're safe with us. A pair of warm strangers. I can't even imagine how tough it was for you. You can call me Mom if you want, but you don't have to. Mom? Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Jack. We love you. They pretended to be nice. They pretend to like me. They give me food to eat, give me books to read, all sorts of other things. They were trying to make me like them. They're very clever. I'm more clever than they are. Somebody killed their dog. I like the dog. They must have killed the dog. It's what they'll do to me too. I know what they're like, what they're all like. I don't want to die. I've got used to living again. So one night I take a knife. I visit the girl they're keeping, with their blood still on me. I did it. Did what? What was that noise? I thought it would be obvious with all that blood. I say it anyway. They're dead. Dead? The girl's eyes open wide. Her grip on her pillow tightens. Who is Mom and Dad? I thought she'd be happy, but she starts crying. They're not happy tears, they're sad tears. Scared tears, too. She's holding the pillow between us like she wants to protect her. She's afraid of me. Why? You're free now. They won't hurt you. She cries harder. It's so piercing in my ears. I don't understand. I did a good thing. I'll see you later. The crying is so loud I have to go outside. It's so cold, steam rises from the warm blood. I did a good thing, didn't I? I did, but there's no doubt. There's doubt now. I think of their eyes when they woke up with their necks open. They weren't angry. I don't know what they were. I think they were sad. I'm confused. So confused. I've never been this confused. I dropped the knife. Sobs came out of me like I didn't want to cry. It's all too much. What the fuck? The whole world has come crashing down on me. I can't handle it. I'll break. I hear a voice then. It's coming from inside me. It's my own voice. It's whispering. This did not happen to you. It didn't happen at all to anyone. It was all a dream. You'll forget about it in the morning. So I lay down and I sleep. And by morning I've forgotten. This all comes back to me in a single flash of understanding. I sit there for a minute, barely breathing as the weight of it passes over me. When I finally look around, I realize my jaw hurts and I've been clenching it. Do you? Yes. I remember now. Anna still looks suspicious of me. Can you prove it? You used to have short hair, Anna. I teased you about it. I said you look like a boy. Anna takes a few steps closer. She collapses with her head in my lap. You're back. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I could die. There. I run my finger through her hair. I can't help but pity her. Anna starts talking, but her sobs make it hard for me to speak. I knew if I waited, you'd come back to me. It was really cruel, you know what you did? You showed me everything and then went away. I offered her the end of my blanket. She blows her nose in it, takes a few deep breaths to calm herself. Thanks. You taught me everything, you know, Jack? I can't ever thank you enough for that. At first I was scared and I hated you. I was really stupid. But the more I thought about you, and I thought about you a lot, the more the truth became obvious. You showed me what the world is really like. There are sheep and there are wolves. You are a wolf. Am I right? And that's what you saw in me back then. That's why you spared me. And that's why I love you, because we were made for each other. You love me? I do. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And you love me too. I see. Anna kissed me on the cheek before picking the scalpel up from the ground. I dropped it at some point. She places it in my lap, then wheels me over to Grace. Grace is lying on her side. Her eyes are focused now. They're looking at me. I can't feel like she's not seeing me. I'm close enough to hear the words she's hissing out. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Please. There's a whistling quality to her voice. I bend down and pull her lips back. She's missing some teeth. I turn to Anna. Well, that's, how many? Just 4. No more than that. I didn't enjoy it. She just really wouldn't shut up until I did that. And his eyes dart sideways. I follow them, seeing a pair of pliers on the ground alongside a towel and a bottle of what might be rubbing alcohol. Are you mad? I don't answer. How do I feel? You know I didn't kill Buddy. What? You didn't? No. Then who did? I shrug. It could have been anyone. Anna thinks it over, but eventually also shrugs. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I guess it doesn't. Keys. Give me the keys, Anna. Are you sure? Yes. Anna looks at me very carefully. In the end, she gives me the keys. I bend over to the side so I can unlock them. It's very awkward at first, but I get the hang of it and Grace is free. She's lying down on the ground. I think she's asleep. I touch one of her wrists where the cuffs had dug in. She breathes in sharply but doesn't wake up. Her lips are cracked, very pale. Why'd you do that? What do you think? I asked you first. Place my blanket under Grace's head so I isn't touching the hard concrete. Is it part of your plan? I wheel myself around to face Anna. My arms aren't tired already. I'm weak. Jack? The scalpel's still in my lap. My plan, huh? My master plan. Toss the scalpel out one of the glassless windows. Makes no sound as it hits the ground. There is no plan. There's never been one. Anna stares. Go call for help. We need to get Grace to a hospital. Who are you? Hello. My name is Jack. It's nice to meet you. No, you're not. How come you remember everything and you're still... I thought... I'm sorry, Anna. I caused you so much harm, more than I can ever repay, ever. No, you never... I killed your parents. Who cares about that? They were sheep. They were people. We're people too. There's only people. Shut up. It's true. No, you're wrong. I'm so sorry. And it takes out a knife and holds it to my throat. Is it Grace's knife? The one she wanted to kill Anna with? I'm not sure. It could be. Either way, she has it pressed against my jugular. Stop playing tricks with me. Please. I can't take it. Don't do this, Anna. If she kills me, her future is done for. I can't let that happen. This is my fault. Put the knife down. Or what? You'll do what? I won't do anything. I'd never hurt you. I want you to be happy. Then... Anna forces my fingers around the knife's handle. Take this and... Wiping her eyes, she turns my wheel until I'm facing Grace. Do it. I'll be happy then. Kill her. I can't. Why not? I'm not who you think I am. The man she thought I was doesn't exist. He never did. What I did when we were kids was a mistake. No, it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't. You were my hero, right? She struggles. She might accept the truth or she won't. It can't be easy realizing that there was no meaning behind the most important thing that ever happened to you. I can't stand watching her. I squeeze my eyes shut. A part of me wishes Anna will reject the truth, because then she won't blame me. The guilt I have right now is already so strong it would crush me. If she starts blaming me for what happened, I don't know what I'll do. But I also see how selfish this is. I should feel guilty. I am guilty. I've gone all these years without even knowing about the horrible things I've done. That's a crime in itself. I deserve every bad thing that comes my way. I should be shot, hanged, worse things too, and I don't have the right to complain. I realize I'm still holding the knife. What if... There's a hand on my shoulder. I don't want to look. I look. A cool breeze wakes me up. Thank God someone woke me up. I hate being stuck in the past. You're finally awake, Jack. Did you have a nice dream? Should I tell her? I don't remember. I was about to wake you up myself. You can't ask us to come out here and then spend all day snoozing. It's not fair. I laugh. Sorry. Make it up to you next time, alright? Well, okay then. If you say so. Grace flashes me a smile. She's got all her teeth again. She used to have an outline of a wound on her neck, but that's gone now too, not a trace of it. You could say that about all three of us, not a trace of anything. Someone came walking by, they might think with no worries or regrets or anything bad in our lives at all. These girls are up on their feet. I try to get up too, but I'm having trouble. Need some help? Please. Anna takes my right hand, Grace scrambles to my left. They pull me up together. We all start slowly walking back. I really have slept a long time. The sun's much farther in the sky than it was. It's casting long shadows. There are people watching us from afar. When are we going to do this again? I don't know when we can. Promise it won't be too long? Yeah, I promise. It seems to satisfy her. I take in a deep breath, my lungs filled with air. I love it here, it's so peaceful. Nothing around for miles. Well, almost nothing. There is that one building. Looks like a mansion, you wouldn't think it anything else. It's great out here, isn't it? It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's home. It isn't home, but I really like it here. And I've met so many new people. You know, if there's one thing I've managed to learn here, it's that you need as many friends as you can get in life. A whole bunch of people to love. Makes everything so much easier to bear. And you might get hurt, sure, but that's how life is. I guess to most people this is all extremely obvious, but it took me a long time to figure out. At one point I even thought I could make it through life alone. And maybe I could have made it alone, but I didn't have to. Grace showed me this. Grace taught me how sweeter life was when you had someone to share it with. But even after learning that, I was still cold and rude to people. I was cold and rude to people that I worked with, and to the other patients in the hospital. I was like that with anyone other than Grace. There was no way to live life. It was Anna who in her own way taught me that I had to change. One person to share life with is not nearly enough. It's like building a house with only a single thin wall. A house with only one wall. That's the metaphor I've heard used, and I think it's a good one. If there's only one relationship in your life and that really matters, and something happens to that relationship, your whole life can crumble. If I had known this from the start, things could have gone a lot better. But I didn't know it, so that's that. No use beating myself over it. Not over that. I should be grateful instead. I don't think I'll ever thank you two enough. Thank us for what? For helping me sort out my mess of a life. That's a strange way to describe what I did. No, for real, I mean it. Thank you. What's with all that all of a sudden? I felt like saying it. We all taken a break so I can stretch my leg. I managed my knee, it starts hurting. I met someone new the other day, by the way. In all honesty, I'm bad at meeting new people, at making friends, but I damn well try. I met a woman named Anne. Funny, right? I'll have to introduce you to her. I think you'll get along. A woman? Hey, don't get jealous now. I'm not. There's no reason to be jealous of anyone, Grace or you, Anna. You're the most important people to me in the world. That's true, and the girls know it's true. They mean the world to me. I care about them, and they care about me. That's what truly matters. Jack, did you happen to be dreaming about what happened before? How'd you know these things? Just a guess. and looked like you were having a nightmare. Does that still bother you? Of course it still bothers me. Everything that happened was my fault after all. Again with that. Jack, do you think your new friends want to see you blame yourself? Do you think we want that, to see you in pain? You need to let it go already. I can't do that. Someone's got to take the blame. I will not allow a crime that horrible to go unpunished. Can't let myself go blameless. So if no one else finds me guilty, I will find myself guilty. The world needs to be fair. Then I'm to blame as well. I did some disgusting things. Me too. If things had gone how I wanted, I would have gotten something really bad. So we shouldn't be forgiven either. No, that's different. What I did was much worse. For God's sake, you two, I killed people who were doing their best to help me. Your parents, Anna. If I don't feel guilty for that, what should anyone feel guilty for? I did something unforgivable. I deserve much worse than just feeling guilty. Grace and Anna looked at each other worried. Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything stupid. If I thought there was no point in going on, if I thought we were beyond saving, I would have ended it all in that empty building. You don't mean that. The pain in my knee has spread upwards. My thigh is cramping. I sit down in the grass. Your leg hurts? Yeah. Maybe that means it will rain soon. Maybe that's it. Can I help? It's fine, it'll pass. You shouldn't be so selfish, Jack. What, about my leg? You know I'm not talking about that. You can't forgive yourself for what you did, but you're only thinking of yourself. I know. She's right, you're not thinking about how people feel around you. I know, but I just can't. You too. Do you not feel bad about what you did or tried to do? Their eyes meet again. Of course we feel bad. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, there's still pretty bad feelings between us. How could there not be? But we both want what we needed to do. We need to move on. Not to forget what happened, but to accept it and keep on living. We haven't managed that yet, but at least we're trying. So please, try with us. Can I do that? Can I make myself throw away this awful weight? I'll try. Okay. I can't say I'll do it, but I promise I'll try. Thank you. That's all we wanted to hear. Now help me up, will you? You know, we were just talking about something, Anna and me, while you were asleep. We said how we were meeting someone just by, we would look totally carefree. No kidding, I must have heard you in my sleep. I was thinking the same thing. It's true. We managed to make it out of that madness without any real scars to show for it. I mean, there's your leg, but don't worry, it'll heal. So if you go by that, there's no reason why our spirits shouldn't heal either. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Don't you think so, too? And don't you think it'd be nice? I see what you mean. It would be nice. It's not the most exciting thing to look forward to, but really would be nice. You know what? Screw excitement, I've had enough of that. Give me a boring life. I feel the same way. I'm so much more at peace now without all that excitement. Yeah, I get it too. Let's go then. I take the girls by their hands. Where are we going? What do you mean? We've got boring, happy lives to look forward to. I take a few grand steps forward. My leg cramps up and it sends me tumbling to the ground. Jack. Are you alright? Are you hurt? Laughter spills out of me. I'm not hurt at all. But I had such a dumb fall that I can't help but laugh. The girls seem I'm okay and they laugh a little too. Seeing them happy warms my heart. And at that moment I've made my decision. I told them I would try to stop blaming myself, but I didn't truly mean it. Mostly said it because they wanted me to say it. But now I'm sure. I'll do anything to make them happy. To make them happy, I'll stop myself from being miserable. If I can. No, I know I can do it. I'll do it for them. I'll shake this weight, and I'll be happy. I think I've stumbled upon something incredible. Found myself a life worth living. Wow. My God. Andy Church, you did some amazing goddamn writing. Holy shit. I'm speechless. I'm at a loss for words. Jesus. I didn't think... Thank you for reading. Oh, no problem. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't... It turned from something that seemed so awful into something so pure. Killer love. Well, there you go. Thank you for sticking with me, if you did stick with me. My God. This just goes to show you that there's so many hidden gems out there in the gaming world that, especially in indies, there's so many lost gems that get missed or just no one cares about because, you know, it's a niche genre, or maybe, you know, maybe the subject matter isn't that interesting, but if you are willing to take that dive, you'll find something amazing. I found something amazing by complete accident. And I'm sure many of you would enjoy it too. Thank you all for joining me on yet another story. Remember to have yourself a good day.